Man. Huh? We ain't live. It's not on my motherfucking phone. How the hell is?
Whenever you get ready to start, we live, bro.
When I see myself live, that's when I start talking, nigga. I don't see no live video. When I.
I'm good with that.
Hold on. Do you see a video, nigga? We don't see no videos.
Remember when I let y'all know it was late in the beginning?
Oh yeah.
So when it started, it started.
Oh, so we on right now.
So you got commercials on your shit?
Oh, there you go.
Was that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see us now. What's up, man? This is Black Rosebud, and you have tuned into another edition of Talking Politics with Black. We got 4 educated niggas on here, and we're going to talk about police reform. We're going to talk about police brutality, police shooting. We're going to get into some black shit. We're going to get into some future shit. We're going to get into some past shit. We're going to get into some black labelization shit, and we're going to get some advice and some wisdom from the OG over here. You know what I'm saying? We'll be right back. Play the motherfucking commercial. Watch, this nigga gonna be late. Play the intro. You know the thing. Play the intro, nigga, so I can come back in. The intro.
What's my name?
I don't know your fucking. What is this nigga name? The nigga who do the Google it.
So committed heritage.
That was a dumbass question, dog, because we are calling it a
the hottest economy. Our country is in serious trouble.
It is. If you vote for Joe Biden, we're gonna be in some serious fucking trouble.
We will make America great again.
What's
Mic
up?
check.
We are back with another edition of Talking Politics with Black. And I got 3 guests. I'm the 4th man, but I got 3 special guests, real niggas on here, as I call them. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting with the OG.
D. Harp, Derek Harper.
And you know, like, the basketball player, not that Derek Harper, you know what I'm saying? He the real D. Harp, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know him from last week. You know what I'm saying? Y'all requested him back, special request, and he's back for y'all.
Gordon.
Carl Briggs, 73 Live.
I see a couple of niggas giving their government name. That's,
Yeah, I know.
you know what I'm saying?
That was an accident.
Yeah, that threw me off. I'm like, God,
Yeah.
That's the
should I
that's the
say my
name
real
mama
name or should
gave
I
me.
say my government name? I don't.
That's the name my mama gave me. That's
your
why.
name.
I had a brain freeze.
I had a problem with that for a long time.
I said Derek, I said something else. I'm like, what I'm doing?
I'm fucked up now. I don't know.
I used to have a problem with the name my mama gave me. That's why.
We got another intro?
Yeah, nigga, the main one, then we come back again.
Oh, well, I didn't know we had another intro. So we'll be back. I guess this intro is another intro. So we got 2 intros. I ain't never known the show to have 2 intros. So I. Oh, okay. Cause you trying to sound retarded, my nigga?
Welcome everybody to Talking Politics While Black with your host Black Rosebud, aka Lionel Harris, aka funniest comic in the world, aka Mr. Google It.
Google it. You can Google it. Mr. Google It. That's my name. That's my other name. Black Rosebud is my first name, and Lionel Harris is my other. I'm all fucked up. But anyway, we got a special show for you. We're gonna talk a lot of shit now. You may not, if you are a liberal or you with this old defund the police and every black shooting is wrong and all this, you might want to tune out of this show. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about what niggas need to not do to get shot. We're going to talk about what the police truly are in the community, what they truly doing. We know the police is fucked up. We know that the police not on our side and things like that, but it's a certain way as an ex-gang member, as a black man in the community, it's a certain way that you got to deal with these police. You know what I'm saying? You can't be all in their face, yelling and screaming and calling them all out their names and agitating them and stuff like that, because you're going to make it bad for real niggas like me, him, and these people over here. You know what I'm saying? We not in their face doing that shit, but we the ones that got to drive through these neighborhoods. We the ones that's got to get pulled over. We the ones got to get searched, and we the ones got to conversate with these people when they're not on camera. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all making it bad for people like us. When y'all go back to y'all white neighborhoods, y'all valleys and stuff like that, y'all making it bad for us. Now, I want to start off like I want to start off with OG, right? We was having a conversation, right, and we was getting into the labelization of black men as far as coons and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Now, they wasn't in on the conversation, right? Now, they're like me, right? They're from the street, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to change their life for the better. Family men, kids, things like that, not with the bullshit and stuff like that. But in changing your life around and becoming more positive, you're gonna be outcast. You're gonna be shunned down upon and stuff like that. You're gonna be labeled and stuff like that. Now, I want to ask you a question, right? like us, right? We ex gang members and stuff like that. We ex street thugs and whatever you want to call it, right? Now we're trying to change and turn our life around, right? Now with the labelization we was talking about last week, why do you think people will label us or change our label because we're trying to change our lives?
Why you trying to change your label?
Why are you trying to change our label?
What's the label, first of all?
Our label right now, I consider myself a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And they haven't got into the seriousness of the politics and stuff I'm into yet, right? Okay. But if you talk to them, right, they're not gonna automatically assume the role of everybody black, you know what I'm saying, what they think, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have their own opinions about stuff. They're gonna tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? No matter if it's about women, gangs, police, niggas getting shot, anything. So why do people like us get labeled as a sellout or not understanding the plight of the community and stuff like that when we've been through the shit?
For the same reason that they locking the brothers up to make a division. Satan in the world is about the division. So if they can label you, they can dismiss you. They gotta dismiss you because you're too creative. If they don't dismiss you, then the opportunity for you to grow, develop, and make some things happen where you can control it from yourself and your own community, they can't have that. They got to have you to a place where you only gonna operate from where they want you to. So they got to throw a label on you. Because automatically the label cancels you out with most folks, period. That's why they put felon in. When you got a prison felon, no matter what, you might change your life, got a nice car, house, doing everything right in the neighborhood, paying your taxes. But you a felon, period. To them. That's why Donald Trump signed that bill.
Ooh.
He signed that bill. When they went there, he asked Jim Brown, he said, Jim Brown, what do y'all need the biggest in the community? They said the ex-cons who Clinton them locked up, getting out, and they got to put felon application. They get no job, now they go back to the streets and do what they was doing to go back to jail to perpetuate the motion. He signed the bill. You ain't got to put felony application. So the labelization, what you mentioned, is because they gotta label you in order to stop you.
Okay, well, I want to give my boy Carl. Carl, now Carl right here, this is my boy.
I was about to bust, man. I'm
gonna bring you in. My boy Carl, this is my old cellmate. We done shared stories. We done cried together. We done fought together. We done fought each other. We done fought against other people. Done fought our friends. We done been through a lot. And I've seen this dude evolve. You know, I saw where this dude come from. I saw his story now, and I see how he's trying to better himself and things like that. You know, and he has a very, very touching story. You know what I'm saying, about his life and things like that, and where he's at right now. And it's funny what you say, because he has the opportunity. He had the opportunity to get a job and be part of a program or something like that, as far as working, that most people don't get a chance to do. Why don't you explain that on how you got that job and your background and the
that was for the Timeless Group. I worked for Timeless Group Incorporated, and I was in Halfway House, you know, about 12 months ago, and they gave me an opportunity to get a job. What happened was the cook got sick, and it was nobody cooking for the house, and so I had some skill. You know, I come from that crack era. You know, where I had to
put it in the motherfucking box.
No, my mother was absent to crack.
Okay.
And so I had siblings, younger siblings, right? And we didn't have shit in the house, you know. And how in the fuck you gonna make some bread, sugar bread, taste good? You know what I'm saying? So I learned how to make a little out of nothing tastes good. Right. And that was the training for me, learning how to cook. So I started cooking for the house, and my fellow inmates, they loved it. Right. And then they ended up giving me an opportunity and giving me a job.
Okay, now since you've been doing on the right foot, right? I mean, we all still. We never forget where we came from. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We'll never forget where we came from. But we learned where we came from, and we grew where we came from, right? Now, have you had any setbacks? Not just setbacks, like people like not believing in you or walked away from you, not want to be friends with you because of your new travel, your new
all the time. I get people that my friends that subscribe to my show. As y'all know, I have a show called Carl Briggs 73 Live, right? Mm-hmm. And once they found out that I'm not a Trump supporter, right? Because me and Trump, I wouldn't hang out with him. However, Trump is the best prospect right now for our people as far as being in office. So I don't give a fuck about race, gender, none of that. What can you do to help my peoples economically, right? This business, it ain't personal. So if I was personalizing some shit, then I look at his skin color and all that. It's business. He's there to do a job, right? And his job, he's done it. I'm home. Okay, let's start right there, right? When Obama was in the office, Obama took his motherfucking time trying to sign bills and all of that, playing with us, right? First thing I would have did in the office is make sure my peoples eat. This is why these police are still killing us. This is why these people don't respect us as black men, because we don't stand for one another. Now you got somebody that's helping us, right? If you remember, it was Trump that helped Arsenio Hall get his show back because he put him on the show when he was blackballed for bringing Farrakhan on his show. Yeah. He was the only one that gave Arsenio Hall a chance, right? And the reason I can view that and look at that is because I ain't indoctrinated, right? I am not a follower. When I was in prison, you knew. I wasn't no motherfucking follower, right? So for instance, you got these dudes, his homeboy owe you some money and you from the other side, right? And he'll say, well, fuck that. It's right or wrong. No, it's not right or wrong with me. It's right with me, right? So if you owe this motherfucking man some money, you better pay him before we break you up, right?
Tell your ass
so a lot of motherfuckers is indoctrinated in their followers, right? Yeah. And we have a lot of blacks right now still under the Democratic whip, the true slave master.
The true.
But Obama did help his actual people. That's what we got to get real with.
Well, the Muslims or the gays?
We got to get rid of
the Muslims.
We got to get real with that.
You got to be careful.
The Muslims or the gays?
They going to be mad.
No, I want to know what did Barack do.
I'm saying he took care of his people, wasn't us.
Oh, not us. Okay. Okay.
He didn't take care of us.
The gay,
his people. Yeah, Obama didn't do a motherfucking thing. They gonna be mad at us after this show. You feel me?
He said what Cat Williams said. Let's go to Stone Mountain and do it. He talked pimp talk to us.
Yeah, that's slick talk.
Talk to us.
Now, my boy Ice, right? Now you are the closest thing. I mean, on the panel, right? You know what I'm saying? You have your kids with you. You know, and things like that. And this dude is a step-up father. This dude went from, being a hood dude, you know what I'm saying, gangster, all that other stuff, to being a real step-up dad. He really cared about his kids, and he molded his kids to be strong black leaders, strong black, productive members of society and stuff like that. So as a black man right now, right, what is the major issue you teaching your kids? Because we got police violence going on, we got all this racism going on, we got people got to stay in school and stuff like that. What is your main lesson that you teaching your kids right now? Because society is fucked up.
Yeah, that's real. So with me, I have 3 girls, 1 boy. Mm-hmm. So the main thing I'm on right now with my girls and my boys is being independent thinkers, mm-hmm. and not being emotional and not being followers, especially. As of right now, we homeschooling them, right? We taking them out of the school, but before they go to school 6-7 hours a day, right? Yeah. So they get indoctrinated with bullshit. Yeah. With crazy shit, right? Yeah. So they bring that home sometimes, or those thoughts get planted in their head, right? So my thing is, I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you vote for Biden or Trump, but is it your thought?
Exactly.
Did you do your own? Did you do your own homework behind that? Yeah. Like me and my daughter had a discussion one day, and she said she doesn't like Donald Trump. So I was like, "Why you don't like Donald Trump?" She says, "Because he's racist and he doesn't respect women, right?" Yeah. So I told her, I said, "Show me where he's racist at. Tell me." And so she was like, "Well, he built the wall." So I told her some real shit. I said, "Listen."
What'd you tell her?
I said, all around the fucking world, everybody protect their borders. Yeah. In Iran, they protect their motherfucking borders from the countries around them, right? In Egypt, fucking Sudan. So China got a big ass wall that they put to keep the fucking pilgrims out of their land, right? Mm-hmm. Am I correct? Yeah. So just because he has money to protect his motherfucking border, you can't be mad about that. We can't look at it as no feelings and all emotional, right? So we went into that, and then I was like, let's be 100 about this racist shit, right? I don't really give a fuck what nobody think about me, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care what you think and how you feel, right? But if we in America, right? Donald Trump, what is he, 70-some years old?
72.
How old is Biden?
78.
I guarantee you both of their grandmothers said nigger.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So it's fuck the racist shit. Yeah. All of them, but I personally don't think he's racist. You know what I think? I think Donald Trump is on some. He's probably racist, the poor and dumb motherfucker.
No,
I think.
I'm gonna go back to the wall though. See, you can, on that walls issue. He's building that wall because we need to have that wall covered. Like you say, everybody got their wall covered, correct? Everybody got their wall, and we know that. But at the same time, those that's coming over that without that wall is driving down the middle class price and good living. See, I should be able to paint a house. Me and a crew guy make good money. I can't compete no more. Because they come in and doing it for $2 an hour. Okay? Okay, so Donald Trump is trying to tell the black folks, if I don't keep them out of here, y'all already behind them already. But these new ones coming from other places further down, if they get in here, y'all really can forget about it. So he's actually setting that border down for many reasons, because that's what he need to do, because they're driving the middle class wage down. They come in here doing all type of shit, working for less than what everybody else would. You can't make a living off of it.
Now,
and they're not paying taxes.
Now
and they're draining the school system, and they on the hospital situation.
I got a slightly different view on people coming over into our country. I spent all my 20s in the penitentiary, right? Within 4 years after I got out of jail, I was making over $100,000 working legally, right? So me personally, my own person, I don't give a fuck about who come over here, because I seen what I gotta do. I'm a out hustle anybody. So they can open. I wouldn't give a fuck who was over here. You're not gonna out hustle me. That's how I personally feel.
We see me and you, like we all have that same mentality, right? But I took it to another step, right? My son don't have that mentality, and I gotta protect my son. You feel what I'm saying? He don't have that. I would be scared if my son had to be out there on his own and compete by himself without his mother or me. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Because I raised him different than we was raised. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. So we can go out there and with nothing and come back with something. Right. He don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure he have every opportunity and every advantage to him, you know what I'm saying, so he can succeed. Now, if you got people up in there that's competing with him, you know what I'm saying, that knocks him down on a totem pole, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because I mean, let's be honest. We're not getting the best education. We're not getting the best college education. We're not getting the best union jobs. We're not getting the best experience. So when these people come in, they're competing with my son for the same position. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I can have, because, like I say, I know I got the in me. We know we got the in me. Right. My son ain't got that.
Right. Now, I wanted to expound on that issue about people coming into this country. Here's how I feel about that. And I know it's a lot of people, some of my followers and family gonna hear this, and I got to let y'all know how I truly feel. Some of y'all do. I don't give a fuck about another motherfucker from another country when I'm first in line, because people stand in line every day and if you cut them, they trip. Right? Yeah. So another motherfucker coming over here is cutting me. I've been over here all my motherfucking life. True enough, I'm a descendant from Africa. I agree with that. However, I am an American because they brought my ass over here, right? So an African coming over here, cutting the line, pisses me off.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've been over in this motherfucker waiting on my 40 acres and a mule, and here he come and they ain't set up a motherfucking business. So yeah, block the boy. I wouldn't give a fuck if it's Iraq, Africa, Mexico, right? I'm over here, and we should get first dibs on every motherfucking thing over here in America.
When they cut the line on you,
Listen to this. Okay, listen.
When they cut the line on us, and then they become the supervisors, they only take their own self up with them.
That motherfucker
they don't they ain't looking out for the rest of us who's ahead of them. They bring their own selves up.
Hold on. We got a call right quick. We should get into the call right quick. Caller, go ahead. We got a caller coming in. Caller, go ahead. Spit your shit.
Hello. Hi, my name is Will here. I'm from Minnesota, more so.
Minnesota's going down in Minnesota.
Shout out Minnesota.
Yeah, more so the district of Ilhan Omar. We do not like her. See, there's a slow process that in 1984, KGB defector from the Soviet Union came forward, and his name was Yuri Bezmenov, and what he explained was the subversion of countries, or socialist subversion, as he put it. And essentially it was to get a country to submit to communism without having to fight them much. More so, it involved turning the classes upon one another, the races upon one another, the genders upon one another, the so-called critical race theory that is in our government and infests most of the institutions.
Hold on. Colleges. My producer say we got only getting 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? So you got a question? Cause my producer sent somebody else calling.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So what's your question?
But yes, my question is, do you know what's going on over in Europe, perchance?
Europe? No.
In regards to the immigration.
Yeah, I know what's going on in Europe.
Okay, go ahead. You elaborate on that.
To the extent that what we're talking about right now, with Donald Trump trying to build a wall, and the Europeans did not build a wall, and they got an infiltration of migrants from everywhere else coming over there who now outnumbering them, outvoting them, and working their system, and it's turned their whole situation over there to a whole nother matter. Okay, so that all happened because they refused to protect their borders. They got with the globalists and they made this whole thing global so they can let everybody come on in. And now once they did that, it's out of control. Now you're trying to get back. You can't get back now. So now you got it's just migrated, and not in a good way.
We suffered that too. Sorry, we suffered a bit of that in Minnesota here under Obama, where he imported a bunch of, they like to call them refugees,
I remember
acting
that.
like, they're desperate people in desperate need of help. But once the so-called
right.
Oh shit. Oh.
Right. And that's a true fact what you're saying, because that's exactly what happened.
Okay. Now go ahead.
No, he said what I was about.
Oh, about the refugees and shit. Now that's fucked up. That's what we don't want America to come to, right? Now think about this, right? I want black people to think about this. Right now we are 13% of the population, right? The Hispanics are more than us. The Asians are becoming more than us. Pretty soon, probably within the next 2 elections, these politicians ain't gonna cater to us no more, because our vote and our numbers aren't gonna be shit. Because we're letting all these illegal immigrants coming in. Now there are Democrats who are trying to change all the rules and try to make it, try to really fuck us over, right? They're trying to allow 16-year-olds to vote. They're trying to allow illegal immigrants to vote. They're trying to do all this ballot harvesting and things like that. They're saying Donald Trump is trying to do it. Was actually the Democrats are trying to take our vote, because they see a lot of black people are going towards Republican. You know what I'm saying? They see a lot of black people going Republican, and they're actually trying to take our votes and shit like that. So what do you think of, like I said, about people coming over and eventually is going to outnumber us? Because we see it now in our city, because the illegal immigrants alone outnumber the blacks in Los Angeles.
They've already overjumped us, first of all. Let's get to the real here, y'all. Yeah. They done already overjumped us, okay? Because we didn't handle our business. On 100, we didn't handle our business, and that border was free. They already overjumped us. And they don't really care about a vote. If you notice right now, Biden is changing his tune because the Latinos done now spoke up, y'all. They done spoke up for Trump, and now they all sweating. They didn't care about us, because they figure we gonna, most of us on a regular old, you Democrat, you hate Trump, we believe that. Like the brother was saying, until you do an investigation and find yourself. But now the Latinos is going with him, and that's what they care about.
I wanted to just really quick be honest, because we said we could be open and honest on this show.
Hell yeah, you better be open and honest.
LA, I can't speak for the rest of the continent and the planet on the planet Earth. But LA, let's be truthful. The Latinos have never supported the blacks here, right? The Latinos have been our oppressors here. Yep. And let me show you how. Yep. Like he said, they get in these apartment buildings and these job spaces, and then they box us out, right? And then they look at us as the minority when it should have been equality. So they don't push equality either. And I'm like, damn, how in the hell the Latinos gonna be mad at Donald Trump for trying to get them up out of here when they've been trying to get us up out of Los Angeles forever?
They on the thing.
You know why?
Let's keep it real.
You know why? I'm real. Let me keep it real. And you feed off me, Ice. You feel me? No, back in the days, right? Back in the days, we're gonna be keeping 100.
Keep it 100.
Back in the days, we used to beat the shit out of Mexicans.
Right.
Rob them
and they ain't forgot about it.
They forgot about it. They used to come home. Their mom used to come home and talk to their kids. They've been robbed. My rent money gone. Their pops come, our ice cream truck up. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. So, in actuality, we asked for some of this shit because now they're just retaliating because they got the numbers.
I get that. I get that.
And not only that.
I get that.
Now I'm finna make a lot of gang members mad. Let's be 100 with the beef with us and the Mexicans in LA.
Oh, yeah, we know where it started from.
That's a dope fiend prison beef.
Of course,
we beef.
Of course.
Listen. Not only what Rosebud said, the first people who was I taught to rob. Right. So let's keep it 100, right? But now the gang war beef, that's a dope fiend prison beef. Started with the Mexican Mafia and the BGF, and now it's trickled over to us, right? Because Bloods and Crips became more dominant in the California prison system. So let's deal with that first. The beef we have, as far as that go, is a dope fiend prison beef. Now hold on.
Go ahead.
So right now we all out here beefing over some dope fiend shit.
Right.
Second, because I like to hold everybody accountable, right? So we saying what the Latinos are doing, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to why we ain't the managers of apartment?
Exactly.
No. Now listen. I worked in corporate America for 8 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in corporate America for 8 years, and eventually I became a project manager, right? And I'm gonna be 100. When I was scaffolding building the oil refineries and the oil rigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I got out of jail in 2007, it was 90% black scaffold builders, right? And the niggas was in charge. But you know what the niggas did to niggas like me and the niggas that was working hard? They shitted on us. When the Mexicans came in, what the Mexicans do? They looked out for their people. Who the fuck wrong?
Okay, so we got to go back to that. All that right there originated still from what was done to us. I mean, I'm not using it for an excuse, but this is real talk, and we ain't got over it, and we need to get over it right now. That was taught on the plantation, okay? And that division that we had on the plantation, we done carried it down to the generations. I've been in Hollywood 42 years. Okay, and I got in when the NWC was doing their job, and we got hired. Okay, but out of all the guys who've been there when I got there, they got no other brothers in. I only got 13 people in. Okay, they don't bring nobody up. Everybody want to be the big guy on the street with the big Cadillac over the rest of them, so they ain't helping each other. Same they did on the plantation. Until we got to get with this, let's take our own responsibility for us, realizing that Jim Crow may have started it, but we didn't have to continue with it. We need to get over it. Black folks need to realize that we don't come together right now, because every other race is doing it.
Now, I wanted to just say something real quick. And you and I, Gordon, you know, we talk a lot, we be in the think tanks, right? I call it the cipher. And so one of the things I believe why we can't overcome that stigma is because the basic needs ain't being met, right? Economically, right? Because you know when a black man economics is up, he ain't got no time for no bullshit. He ain't trying to kill nothing. He feeling it. He like, man, I ain't got no time for that, right? Mm-hmm. That's one thing Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, said. Did I remember what he said? The quote that he said. He said they asked him what would be the cure to gang. He said, man, I can't to gang culture like gang banging, right? Mm-hmm. He said, man, I can't answer that, but what I can tell you is I can give you 2 doors, right? One is to better yourself and get economically sound and meet your basic needs. So you take 5 gang members and one of them basic needs is met, he's going to be more receptive to change because he ain't trying to lose what he got. You take the other 4 and they basic needs ain't being met, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They don't want to hear nothing about no black law. I don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. What you got for me, right? And that's one of the things that I believe we need to get sound in and get proactive in teaching our peoples about LLCs, business, right? Taking them on business tours, them youngsters, right? Some of them elders, they like them trees out there, but them youngsters need to be snatched and took on field trips, right? And when I say field trips, I mean field trips to see what real business is, like that venture you and your wife shared in, right? How they can rent a spot for $30, man, and make money selling T-shirts and all this shit up in Hollywood, Melrose. They haven't been exposed to that type of shit.
Yeah. And that's and I kind of, this is 2 things, right? I kind of blame us as, because I call myself an OG right now. You know what I'm saying? I kind of blame us for not going out there and teaching the younger generation that. I also blame society by not allowing us to teach us our younger kids that, because the rules have changed. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we had to respect our OGs, we had to listen and shit like that, or we'd get beat up. Just bottom line, you can't touch nobody now. You know what I'm saying? Laws have changed, the system have changed and stuff like that. Now we had older men in position like us that was respected, you know what I'm saying, and respectable, and can go down and talk to the younger generation, like you say, hey, show them, hey, my nigga, I was gang banging just like you, but I got my LLC, I got this, I got my business license, I done this, I done that. So you can still do your thing. You can still be real of what you're doing, but you got to understand, it also got to be a retirement plan, and you also got to have a game plan in this shit. But we got another caller right quick. Caller, come on in. And keep it to a minute.
No.
Keep it to a minute because we're trying to run the show fast. So keep it to a minute. I don't know why the producer didn't tell you. He always, you know what I'm saying, keep the show.
Yeah, no worries. Yo, I just Salty Cracker Army represent. I just want to say
what do you guys think about the whole defund the police versus police reform? And when we're talking about police reform, I think we actually need to spend more time on training police as far as de-escalation and maybe even getting them into some sort of jiu-jitsu and shit like that. Spend more time training on de-escalation as a far, it'd take them away from pulling out the gun a lot less. And what do you guys think about the whole de-escalation and defund the police as far as maybe putting more money into police, into better training to avoid situations like George Floyd?
When I could be retrained. Both sides need to be retrained.
Yeah, I agree.
Both sides need to be retrained.
Citizen.
And let me answer that, because this is a pet peeve of mine, right? I don't play with the police. I don't play with them at all, right? When they pull me over, I ain't got no motherfucker gun to be sitting there wrestling with no police so he can shoot me in the back. Because one, he's been trained that I'm his adversary. He's been trained that I'm going to kill him. He's been trained that even though I'm on my motherfucking way to work, I got a gun and I'm going to blow his head off. So he's trying to make it back to his family. I'm doing the same thing. So first thing in my mind when I see him is he came to kill me. So now you got two motherfuckers apprehensive, okay? It takes two. My mom always taught me it takes two people to tangle. Okay? When my little sister used to run in there and say, "Mama, he hit me." She said, "Okay, baby. Well, what did you do to make him hit you? I'm gonna whoop both y'all ass, right?" Both parties done fucked up, right? I don't play with the police. Now, if I was one of the motherfuckers, man, I had a pistol and they came and I felt like my life matters and he's finna take my life, I'm finna take his, right? But if I'm on my way to work, I'm not finna play with them late 3 in the morning. I ain't got no witnesses late at night and they ask me for my license and insurance. Here you go, officer, man, because I'm trying to get the far fuck away from this dude because he has been misinformed about me.
And if I keep my stuff in order, if I keep all my credentials in order, then I got less likely to have to worry about that. But go ahead, caller.
No. Yeah, no. I'm thinking because everybody's all about that defund the police shit. But as far as it comes from at least my background, and we've always been little, miscreants. We've always fucked with the police.
If you defund the police, it's gonna be total chaos, man. When I was in prison, I needed to listen. When I was in prison, I needed the police to watch out for my grandmother and my mother and the ones that can't fend for themselves, man. I ain't no motherfucking vigilante, man. That's not my job to go put nobody in handcuffs. However, there is a way that you handle things, and it has to be by the book, right? Every killing that the cops have done has not been by the book. That's all we saying, right? But at the same time, what if that person, first of all, let's just use this on a smaller scale, right? You take a blood in the Crip, right? And a Crip walking a pack of bloods and all of them got guns and he got a motherfucking knife. They gonna shoot the shit out of his dumb ass, right? Right? So is the bloods wrong?
I got a question for you, right? I got a question for you. What police shooting you don't see was justified?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that certain situations could have been handled like with tasers. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. Most of them. Like, they got tasers. They got other rubber bullets. They got other, because some of these dudes is unarmed, right? Now, if you've been to prison before, man, them motherfucking Blaq guns will lay your dumb ass down. And you still survived. Right? Go ahead.
Orlando Castillo, that wasn't justified. Now, that's the brother that was telling him he had a gun in his glove compartment. Right? Now, I don't think that was justified.
No, that wasn't.
Right? That wasn't justified.
That wasn't.
It's my personal opinion about the police and all that shit. Look, check this out. And I'm talking to my young niggas, my young brothers. And I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, but I don't give a fuck about nobody else right now but my young niggas, because y'all the ones that's getting killed. And what I'm about to say not gonna help y'all all the time. But listen, when the police pull you over, you need to have a mental mind state that is life or death. And this is a stupid motherfucking pulling you over. How do you beat a stupid motherfucker? You think. So if he say you ran the stop sign, he's already finna give you a fucking ticket. So don't be bucking on the police, arguing with the motherfuckers, telling them about your First and your Second and your Third Amendment, right?
Right on.
That shit is real, right? But in real time, the shit don't work like that. So I used to train a police officer, and he told me out of his own mouth. He said, we are taught to, when we approach y'all, to be on a level above y'all from the beginning. So if they approach you here, you go up here, they go up there. You don't fucking win that war. You do not. Now, if you're ready to die, that's a whole nother situation, right? So this is what I'm telling to my young brothers, because I have a son, and when my son was 8 years old, he asked me. He said, "Daddy, why the police keep killing black people?" That fucked me up. That was like one of the worst questions I ever met.
I got a question, right? Where did your son hear that from?
Yeah. Watching the news.
There we go. There we go.
That's indoctrinated. They indoctrinate you.
Yeah, because they are indoctrinating you in order for you to act a certain kind of way so they can have a right to kill you. And that's what it comes down to. It's a spirit that's way deeper than us humans, just our humans.
Right.
And we need to address that cat in the room.
See, that's why I respect Black Rosebud in this show, because Black Rosebud is gonna view it from both sides, right? You get them up and get some information, they just gonna view it from a side, whether or not they investigate it or not.
I got a question, like, right? Because we saw these police shootings and all these dudes resisting arrest, right? Now, if somebody come up in here, right? Somebody from this neighborhood come up in here and say, come up to this door and pull a gun on everybody in the room and say, none of y'all niggas move. Which one gonna be the first one to get up and walk away and try to go to their car?
None of us.
I ain't gonna
anybody got that heart?
Nope.
So if the police got a gun on you, what makes you think you can disobey what he think? Go to your motherfucking car.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hit him. Try to steal his gun. Not take his taser. Not get into the police car. Or none of that, right? And then we have these Black Lives Matter people saying these are our heroes. Not Martin Luther King, not Malcolm X, not nobody, Tim Scott, nobody who's doing something for our community. We have to look out, and we have to look up to somebody like a crackhead like George Floyd or something like that.
I agree with you. 6 months ago, I was working for Farmer John, y'all, and I used to leave at 3 in the morning. So I'm coming down King. I had a Saab at the time, and so I crossed King and Vermont. And that's when I see the motherfucking lights. It's 3 in the morning. I got the work vest on, the hard hat in there, got my Farmer John badge on and shit, right? Woo, they pulled me over. Now, they done ran my plates. I got insurance, license, all the shit, right? So he walk up to the window. Here go the gang. I'm humble, though. I already know it's early in the morning. They done ran the plates. They seen I was on parole. I got my hands up so they can see me, right? So he walk up. He say, you got a license? I say, yes, sir. I say, may I reach, sir, and give you reach in here and get you to. He said, well, hold on, I just need to make sure you got. He say, are you on parole or probation? He already ran the motherfucking plate, so I knew he knew I was on parole. Soon as I said the magic word, yeah, I'm on parole, they told me, all right, we need you to step outside the car. I say, and then, but before he said, well, where you headed? I say, I'm on the way to work. I got the work badge. Them motherfuckers made me sit on the ground, cuffed up. But my thing was, okay, they got the high ground. That's all I've been trying to say. I'm not finna walk into no a gunfight with a motherfucking knife, right? Nah. So I'm gonna be humble because these motherfuckers could possibly kill me if I jump wrong and try to say it's justified. He on parole, he made the wrong move, he was aggressive. So my thing was de-escalation, what this caller is talking about. So I de-escalated him all the way down to bare minimum and let them motherfuckers do their job. And once I let them do their job, his partner was like, he was feeling bad. He was like, you know what? Go on and stand up. I'm going to uncuff you, man. My bad. And then he kind of signaled the other one. He stopped searching the car and they like gone to work, right? Now, imagine if I would have just gave him a fucked up attitude. That whole situation would have been fucked up. You motherfucking right.
Now, you right. Now, I got a question, D. Now, in these situations, right, why do you think black people think they have the right to fight the police, the right to walk away, the right to resist and things like that? What do you think this came from? Where do you think this attitude developed from?
Well, you know, I mean, this attitude developed centuries ago before all this. Let's keep it 100. Okay, and when your mind don't have enough God in your mind and you got more ego and more Satan in your mind, whatever the fuck they tell you, Satan telling you to do, run to your ego, you're going to make you do. And we done got bad now because we used to have church, mama took us to church, they keep some church in us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's certain things we had that we was doing that was like, you know, kind of combating some of the things that the Satan in the world was going. But this is a whole other time now. Okay, God been removed from schools, God been removed from a whole lot of stuff. So Satan and the ego is running rampant right now, okay? So he's telling them now you can get out the car. telling your mind some crazy stuff to act a certain kind of way because you watching the rap videos, you watching the gangsters telling you what they can do, and all this perpetuated in their mind. You playing games beating police up on your PlayStations and stuff, and you believe in you losing reality check. You lose reality check. So you get out the car thinking some more crazy stuff. You watching YouTube where everybody's fighting and so the whole world now is got less God and there's more Satan and there's more underworld stuff happening, and we heading toward the third temple is being built. I keep trying to bring that to a fruition.
I got a question. I got one question. Do you ever think that we will be able to get God back into school, into everyday life? Do you think that's possible?
Let me tell you something. I never thought for 1 second we had an opportunity to, until God went through and put this man in office to do his biblical work. God put this man in office to bring the third temple there in order to bring his book Revelation to fruition, and he brought this man to bring church and bring prayer back in schools and put something back. Man, it was so hurtful, me being a 60-year-old man, to watch that the prayers and everything in the school that was keeping us is gone. I never thought it would happen. So I'm glad that this man is doing this stuff. He's bringing it back. God, let me rephrase, that God going through this man to bring back some remnants of him in this society because it's falling away.
Now, because I have teenagers and I have kids that's in school, I don't think they're going to bring God back into school because everybody is so fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
Because if you this, that means that you're against this. Yeah. That's how they program kids now, right? So if you say God in school, that's against these motherfuckers, and they panties getting the bunch. Right? Yeah. So we got a sensitive generation, and then we got, because you spoke on something about Black Lives Matter, right? Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter. Fuck them to begin with.
That's what I say. Wait.
Let's start.
Wait. Matter of fact, I want to. We got to call it, but we want to get into this video. When we come back, I want you to hold that Black Lives Matter thought. I want you to kick it off. That black. I want to show a video.
They gonna be mad after that. When they hear this shit, they gonna really be mad.
So we finna go into a video. Black Lives Matter. We come back. We gonna get a caller. We want him to hold on to that Black Lives Matter thought. Any video, just play any video. You know what I'm saying? About people laughing at the police and
the
shit.
The one who laughing outside the hospital.
Then they represent us.
Oink. Need to get ready, motherfucker. Keep killing. Y'all gonna do. Yeah, you think that you can murder motherfucking black people? Oink. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck come on, bitch. Say something now. Say something now. Yeah, it's gonna be more. Oink.
Now, we left off. Now, you saw that video, right? Now these dudes, I interviewed one of these dudes claiming Black Lives Matter and things like that. They claim they represent us and things like that. Now, what do you think, not as a black person, because we all know Black Lives Matter. We all know that. I'm talking about, what do you think as Black Lives Matter, the organization, as in representing us as a movement?
Okay, so first I'm going to address what you said.
But wait, let me just say real quick.
Go ahead.
First of all, that brother, he wasn't from the Black Lives Matter. You need the whole clip. He was actually from a new thing it's called the African Union Organization. That's where he's from. Okay, he's from African Union Organization. That's the brother said he was from. So, even though we want to put everything on Black Lives Matter, we're going to label live, but let's get real with it. That brother came on, he said that's what his organization was. They're not national, but that's what it was. Go ahead.
No, the only reason I said Black Lives Matter, because at the first protest, I interviewed that same dude. Okay. And that's what he was there representing. He was representing the whole thing. Black this, black that. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to ask him a question. Why we always, and this one thing me and Gordon always talk about, why the fuck I always got to reiterate that I'm black? Why I got to justify that to the adversary, right? I know I'm black, man, in my motherfucking life. Man, I don't need to put that shit on no, this ain't Sean John. I can't take this shit. You got little white kids and Jewish kids running around protesting more than us because this shit like a fad, right? And this is why I don't participate in that. Because me, I might get serious and for real, right? Yeah, serious and for real with me, and the motherfucking police put his hands on me, man, it's gonna get real, right? So I ain't got time to be playing with that shit because lives is at stake, man.
And when you ask most of them, I asked a guy one day in the shoe store, he had a Black Lives Matter mask on. I said, brother, can I ask you a question? He's like, what? I said, man, have you ever read the manifesto? He said, what's that? I said, you ever read the manifesto?
But he got this shit
and
on.
he said, he said, I don't believe in, I don't go to their meetings or nothing, but I just believe in this over here. I said, but brother, you advertising You advertising their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, brother, you need to read the manifesto because right now the manifesto ain't nothing about black men. Okay.
Exactly. So
Okay.
that's what I want.
Look, Gordon, tell them what you feel.
Look, like I said at the beginning, let's talk because you touched on it real quick. The essence of Black Lives Matter, of course, I fucking agree with that, and I also agree with the essence of All Lives Matter. Now, this is where the bullshit come in at. When you say when I see a person respond to Black Lives Matter with All Lives Matter, I know you low key saying fuck niggers, so fuck you too.
Yeah, exactly.
But now the Black Lives Matter shit, we gonna deal with this. Right now, I'm sick of this fake caring shit, and this is what I mean by this fake caring shit. Because we was raised in the 80s and the 90s, right?
Motherfucking right.
And we been telling motherfuckers what the police was doing, and everybody was like, "Oh, what y'all doing to them? What y'all doing to them?" I had one of my homeboys' mother, Miss Shirley Mack, may she rest in peace. The police used to come fuck with us. She used to be the only person on the fucking block that'll go ham on the police, right? Everybody else, it was our fucking fault. So first, let's address that. I'm sick of this fake caring, and because you can get on social media and act cute and protest, right? Because if you really about that, the shit not gonna be it's not gonna be televised, and it's violence that come with that and bloodshed. So you motherfuckers is not with that. So let's stop that shit. Second thing, so they took the essence of Black Lives Matter, created an organization that has nothing to do with the black man. And what's crazy is I seen some of the most disrespectful shit on Hollywood Boulevard for about 3 block span. It says all Black Lives Matter. At the end of it, it has the rainbow colors. Now I don't care about nobody's sexual preference, your race, and none of that shit. But let's we finna be honest right now. First of all, when the fucking police pull you over, he don't care if you're a homosexual, a transvestite, a motherfucking Democrat, a Republican, a Jehovah's Witness. They don't walk up to the fucking door and say, "Hey, sir, are you gay? Or are you a Democrat? You a fucking black man," when one of them idiots pull you over. So I don't know how we have allowed the LGBT community to merge their struggle with our struggle. They wasn't fucking hung by trees. They wasn't fucking enslaved. They fucking churches wasn't fucking bombed. They fucking kids wasn't sold to other motherfucking people. So that's like, do you guys think the Jews would allow the LGBT to compare they struggle to they Holocaust?
Hell no.
They would kill them motherfuckers if that shit even came out their mouth. Right?
That's why I say we has dropped the ball. Where's the NWCP? Where's them that's stepping up to say that kind of thing? But let's get to the root. When you look at the root of a thing, right? You know the root of the thing. You know what it is. The Black Lives Matter was started by lesbians. Let's just keep it 100. Yeah, everybody know what they were started by. And then everybody said, well, I don't know wrong with that. No, there is something wrong with that. Because our movement started from church, from back in the NWCP and all that. Our movement started from the church movement, okay? Now, this movement here, they claim the Black Lives, and it's all about the LPT. And you read their manifesto, it's about the gay gender. They got a new sign up, y'all. Look at the billboards. On the side of the road, it says, gay gender matter. They say all that. They sneaking their billboards in there to tell you what their real facet is about. And that's what we need to understand.
I would like to just say one thing in the Black Lives Matter, because, you know, we be at work and everybody always running up to me talking about some motherfucking George Floyd. Rest in peace, George Floyd, another black man gone. However, what about Emmett Till? We done seen this shit time and time again. When you motherfuckers gonna wake up, right? They beat the shit out of Rodney King. They damn near, that was torture. Okay, right? And many black men before that, right? This shit ain't new. It's new to y'all, right? The only difference, the only new thing is I done changed the motherfucking number. I'll be 48 in a couple more months.
Can I add on to that? If Black Lives Matter, right? And I want y'all to do, if Black Lives Matter, go free fucking Mumbi Abu Jamal. Yeah. Go free Mutulu Shakur. Make this shit retroactive. Yeah.
If Black Lives Matter, political prisoners.
If Black Lives Matters, make this shit retroactive.
They ain't gonna do it. They don't even know who Mumia Abu Jamal is.
One more question before we go to the caller. You said something about the police been doing this to us and stuff like that. The reason why people think I take up for the police when I talk about black people, right? Me, I don't fuck with the police, right? What I'm trying to tell people is exactly what he said. This shit been going on for so long. I don't even look at the police as police. I look at them as another gang. And when you look at them as another fucking gang, you understand they may shoot you, they may frame you, they may snitch on you, they may do anything. So you got to treat them like they was a gang. You feel what I'm saying? When they do something, that's fucked up. It's already expected because when you have been grown up in the places and seen the places, the things we seen, you become immune to the shit. So somebody getting shot, somebody getting choked out by the police, that's not nothing shocking to us. That's not nothing amazing to us. That's something regular because we understand and we believe that the police is a gang just like we were. So it's just like when they catch you, it's your gang against their gang. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing different.
Yeah, we was raised, I told my daughter this. I said, shit, I thought the police, that's what they did, kill black people. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck y'all don't understand. Exactly. So, and then something else you said that makes a lot of sense because you was raised like that. And I tell people, these motherfuckers telling y'all how to deal with the police. It's like him. We been in them real wars, them secret wars that y'all don't fucking know about. Them back streets and them back alleys that they didn't televise. So I'm not telling you for somebody that's fake pro-black. I'm telling you because I didn't piss blood for three days from throwing piss in their face. I know what come with that shit.
You don't know we go to a caller. You don't know what it is when the police pick you up and purposely try to kill you. Not them trying to kill you. They would take you into your enemy hood, right, and drop you off.
Dumbass.
Tell you to get on and let them know where you from. Caller, go ahead. That's the police I know.
Caller, go ahead, caller.
Caller gone?
Caller.
Oh. It must have been off.
Oh, yeah.
And what?
Oh, there he is.
Hello? Caller? That's probably your phone, nigga.
Yeah. Where the caller at, man?
Oh, caller gone then. Caller gone.
One more thing about this one more thing about this Black Lives Matter. I would never tell these motherfuckers. I would never look a motherfucker in his eyes that I despise or I think is my enemy and tell him that my life matter. I got too much motherfucking pride to beg to you, hey master, my life matter. Fuck you. Try to take my life and I'm gonna show you my life matter. Do the hyenas go tell her, hey Mr. Lion, hyenas' lives matter. Leave us alone. Don't fucking attack them. What the fuck are the lions gonna do?
Caller.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
This nigga didn't even.
Yeah. So
this nigga went straight. The caller on. This nigga went straight to the.
Hello. There he is. Hey, caller.
What's up with it? Caller, you on?
Is this Black Rose Bud?
Yes, sir. This us. What's up with it?
Hey, man, I just want to say, hey, this is Neil from Mississippi. I'm a white boy, but I want to say, man, we love you down here, brother. You're doing a great job. I've listened to you on YouTube and everything, and man, I mean, you tell the truth. You tell what's going on behind the scenes on the Democratic side and all that kind of stuff. And brother, you tell the truth.
Thank you, brother. What you think about my guest today? What you think about my guest I brought on today?
Well, I didn't hear your guess. Who was it? Man, I've been sitting here holding on and calling and everything. I ain't even heard who the guest was, brother.
You can also tune in through Rosebud. I'm an understudy of his, and I have Carl Briggs 73 live. That's Carl Briggs, CarlBriggs, the number 73 live on YouTube, and you can tap in. Like I said, I'm an understudy of his, and also Gordon. We collab, and we address real situations and truth, and not indoctrinated.
What all is he saying? Well, what all is he saying? Because I can tell you this, the cops being shot and stuff like that. Man, that's just wrong. Plain and simple. Yeah. You don't do that kind of stuff, man. And then you want to block the hospital where they're going to. Man, that is just simply wrong.
It's simply satanic.
Hey, but I want to show you a worse fucked up video. Hey, you got that video? You edited that video I sent you today about the police getting shot? Woo! Hey, I want you. I'm putting
you show with this guy, comedian from Mississippi who said that he taught you everything. Well, I can tell you this: that guy is a moron. That guy is a moron, and yeah, he is. Hey, Blaq, I'm gonna tell you. That guy is, I've never heard of that guy. Okay, I'm from Mississippi, man. I've never heard of that guy. He's not funny. I saw the stuff you showed. That guy ain't funny. He's an idiot. And, hey, look, I don't even know why he done that for. Because all he did was embarrass himself. Okay?
Thank you, brother. Wait, we're gonna let you go.
He did.
We're going to let you go. I want to show this video, man. We got to see this video. That was this dude named Snagglepuss. I don't know if y'all know Snagglepuss. I ended his career. You know what I'm saying? Especially the part when he was at a gay strip club. You know, I've done a video on that. You feel me? Man, I got to show you this video, D, man. This right here, I don't know. Turn your phone on. Turn your phone. You got to see this video, man. This video. Put it on WeAreLa. This video right here, we want to talk about this because I want to get people's perspective because I want to look at this because it was a white dude and it was white police officers, right? I want to get their perspective on the race side of this. You know what I'm saying? What do they think? What do they think would happen different if there was a black man who was arrested? You feel what I'm saying? Or it was a black man that was in the situation. Yeah.
Probably gonna end up towing it because he's got no insurance. Tagged 60 days, over 60 days expired.
Okay.
So I'm going westbound on 21st, and that light right over there.
Yeah.
I have the green light. He keeps flying down and just runs it and turned right in front of me. I had to slam on my brakes. I'm like,
right.
What the fuck, you know?
No driver's license, anything like that, or?
He didn't have a license on him. He has no insurance on the vehicle, and
his tags are overdue.
And he's cruel. Do you have anything in the vehicle? I need to know.
Why are you shining that in my face? I can't.
So I can
I'm
see
trying to talk to you, but you're shining that light in my fucking eyes.
Do you have anything in the vehicle? Because you've got a history of narcotics.
I know, and y'all always fuck with me just because I have a history. Can I get my ticket and fucking go, man? Shit, dude.
It's not. You wouldn't be here if you didn't pull out in front of a cop car while I got a green light, dude.
I pulled out in front of you. I had plenty of fucking room. This is
Step out of the car.
bullshit.
Step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
Step out of the car.
I am not. You better call your supervisor or something. Y'all are breaking.
I'm right here. I'm the sergeant.
Dude,
he's asking you to step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out of my car.
You have two choices. You can step out under your own power, or...
This is bullshit, dude. I just got this car.
Okay.
Why can't you give me a fucking chance, dude? Like, fuck.
Well, why don't you step out of the car and let us talk about it instead of sitting here?
I know my rights. I know.
Okay,
how this
right
works.
now.
Y'all are gonna fucking. I know how this works.
Here's the deal. Right now, you're driving a car that's over 60 days due on the tag.
I'll get a tag.
You don't have insurance.
I do have insurance.
Where is it?
Man.
But, man.
Y'all can look it up. Y'all can look it up.
We can't if you haven't got a tag, but we need you to step out. It is a lawful order, and I will tase you if you do not get out of the car.
Man, this is...
You have a choice. Get out of the car under your own power, or I will... I am the supervisor.
Please.
I'm a sergeant.
Hey, dude, just step out of the car right now. Otherwise, you are getting tased.
Step out of the vehicle now.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Oh, I did it. Driving infraction. Please.
Yeah, and I told you already you need to get out of the car because the car's getting towed, too.
You need to step out. I'm about done arguing with you.
Man,
if I have to tase you, no, if I have to tase you, it is going to be that full command. Step out of the car. I cannot be any more clear than that. If you step out and be cool, this will go a whole lot better than if you make me tase you out of the car.
Dude, y'all are violating my rights.
One more time.
Y'all are violating my rights. That's by force and fear.
Then
You're
okay.
violating my
Look,
rights.
I don't know where you got your law degree.
I don't have a law
Then
degree.
shut up and get out of the car.
I'm not getting out, dude. This is bullshit, dude. Call your supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
Help. These people are help somebody.
Are you going to get out or am I going to tase you? Are you going to get out of the car or do I tase you?
I am not.
Get out of the car. Hey, don't be reaching for...
Help, Matt. These
dude,
cops,
get off the phone now.
My rights.
That's it. I'm gonna tase you in 3, 2, 1. Do you want it or no?
No, I know my rights.
You know nothing. Get out of the car.
You can't shoot me. I'm not doing it.
I'm not going to shoot you. I'm going to tase you. There is a difference. Or I can deploy OC because you've been given a lawful command to step out of the car.
Lawful command to step out of the car. I don't have to.
Get out of the car, or I will tase you and I will drag you. David, step out of the car. I'm not going to tell you again. Get out of the car now. The car because I have to tow it. And I can't tow it with you in it. David, get out of the car and I will find it. I'm going to hit him. Are you ready?
Ready. Just fucking.
Get out of the car.
Fuck you, dude. Oh. What the fuck?
Get out of the car.
Fuck.
Get out.
Fuck.
You want to get sprayed?
No.
Get out!
Okay.
Now!
I'm getting out.
Get out of the damn car! Now, or I will spray you!
Fucking ground.
On the ground!
On the ground! Man, I don't want to go to jail, fuck!
Get out of the car! Get out! Now! I will spray you again!
Okay.
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground now!
On the ground! Please stop! Stop! Please! Why?
Get out of the fucking car!
Why are you doing this?
Get out!
Why are you doing this? Please stop! Help!
Get out of the car!
You're violating my rights!
Get out of the car!
Please! Matt, please help! That's my friend, please help! Stop! You're violating my rights!
David,
please stop!
Get out of the car!
Stop!
Stay in the car!
Matt, help!
Left arm.
Help!
I got this arm.
Matt, help! Help! Help!
Get out of the car!
Help!
That's not even in gear.
Help!
David, you want to get sprayed again? I'm going to spray you again. Get out of the car! Get out!
Help! Help! Help!
You got him. What the? What?
If that dude was black, do you think they was patient with him? Do you think they followed the right procedure? Do you think they was aggressive with him? What do you think? Because he ended up shooting him, you know, and they done maced him twice. They done tried to snatch him out the car and things like that. What do you think more they could have? What do you think they could have done more? You know, so what do you think they would have done if he was black?
I'm gonna just say this.
Wait, first I think they were stupid.
I'm gonna just
I
real
want to
quick.
say that right now. They were some dumbass cops. That's all I got to say to that shit. Because first of all, the shit went too goddamn far in the first place. They said it went too far in the first place.
I'm gonna say this. Every cop is different, right? I done ran into some fucked up police. I done ran into some cool police, right? It ain't tripping. Even in prison, you got your fucked up prison guards. Then you got the one, he just come make his 8 hours and he done seen some shit and won't even say nothing. You feel me? So I'm not at liberty to say how that would have turned out for a black man, because them same cops could have did that with a black man just based on school of thought, right? They could have exercised the proper procedure. So that situation would have to happen for me to have an opinion on it. So that would be like psychic. Oh yeah, they probably would have killed the black man if he was in that position. I got an opinion. Right? Who's to say those wasn't religious men and had what is it called? Ethic, right? Ethic, right? It's a lot of good men. Just like people automatically label us, right? They automatically got a label for us, right? Right?
Niggas, that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
niggas.
But I think also with all this going on right now, a lot of cops, they didn't do what they should have done because they don't want to be in trouble because every other cop is saying they've done wrong, so they're trying to do it right. But this instance, they was wrong. They should have handled that right now, got it straightened out immediately.
I think if we look into the psychology of this, so if I patrol this neighborhood and I was raised in this neighborhood and I know your auntie and I know your brother and I know your cousin or somebody that you may know, when I pull you over, my mind state is completely different. So, and I live in a predominantly Jewish neighborhood, right? So the police speak to me over there. It fucked me up the first few times. I see me in 7-Eleven, they be like, and I say, what the fuck they talking to me for? But I live in a community, and it's Jewish officers, right? Mm-hmm. So they see me in a community. So when they pull over one of their own, and he may be a little bit tipsy, instead of taking his car and taking him to jail, they might call his mother or his father because that's their nephew. That's potentially their nephew. That's their son. So when you patrolling your own neighborhood, the patience may be a little bit longer. So and that's one thing we have to do. With it used to be frowned upon to be a police officer coming from where we from, right? Mm-hmm. But maybe that might be one of the solutions to this problem is start promoting for our little homies to police our community, right?
Here's another thing.
Was they high?
Here's another thing. The way I view this situation with the police and us. When the killings happen, is it a productive black man that they killing, or is it a black man that's violating some principle?
It's all over the board.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me show you what I mean. Right? He got a pistol hanging out his pocket and he gangbanging, right? He going to kill another black man, all I'm saying, right? So now the situation kind of changes because you put yourself in a position to be arrested and apprehended versus, okay, Black Rosebud is being productive. He's being productive. It would be different for them to just pull this man over. But if I'm sitting there with a dope sack in my motherfucking pocket, I'm going to get pulled over by the police. Point blank, period.
And if I'm already high and just came from trying to do a counterfeit bill, and I'm doing some other shit.
You with a rock in my mouth.
You know what I'm saying? And a rock in my mouth because I don't went to jail with a rock in my mouth before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Then it's a whole other matter.
Right.
It's a whole other matter.
Right.
But I want to know one thing: was the white boy in the car high, man? Because how the taser and the mace didn't fuck him up to get him out the car.
He had to be high.
That motherfucker had to be high in the car.
He had to be high as a motherfucker.
And what I say to some people, right? Like some people say, like the police have a lot more patience with white folks, and white folks can get in the police face and talk all the kind of crazy shit. I'm thinking that black folks are taking this white shit a little too far and thinking they have the right to hop in the police face and do all those shit, right? Because now you have, think about this, right? You have white people being racist by pretending that they're caring for Black Lives Matter. And they're able to get in black officers' face and Mexican officers' face and call them every racist name in the book because they're covered because they represent Black Lives Matter. But
now here's another thing. We got Black Lives Matter. So we go protest this shit with these hoodies and all this shit on, right? And then as soon as I come out of that motherfucker, I go blow a black man's motherfucking head off, right? That ain't right. That's politically incorrect.
Yep.
Right? And they sugarcoat the shit and justify, oh, well, that's different. How in the fuck is that different?
Yep.
Right? You sitting here talking about your life matter and then come out in the same sentence and say, fuck my life.
When they killed the black man at the pawn shop and filmed it, man. Come on, man. When they killed that police officer who was the captain, did a good career, okay? And they killed him and filmed it, and they gonna call it a peaceful protest. Okay? It's bullshit.
They killed the police officer?
They killed the...
So...
retired. He was
black dude. Black youngsters.
You know, and I don't mean to be heartless, but it's kind of like, you know, my granny used to tell me you guilty by association, right? And see, so this is where, you know, they say is I personally don't believe all cops are fucked up. No. Right? I don't believe that, right? But this is where it gets tricky at though, right? Because we're not seeing the so-called good cops step in when fucked up shit is going on. So then you fall in that thing that my grandmother used to say, guilty by association, right? So now when something happened to them, now I would never go stand in front of the fucking police station, the hospital, and trying to block no cars and be like oink oink. And I might really feel like that. I might have drunk a shot that night when the police got shot, right? But I would never go do the goofy shit because that's what the dude that did that. That's some warrior shit. So I ain't finna speak on him. Yeah. That's some real warrior shit. He wasn't playing no fucking games, right?
Can I ask you a question, Gordon, just real quick? I didn't mean to cut you off. How is it that motherfuckers can talk about police brutality more than they could talk about grown ass men molesting little girls? It's an epidemic with that shit.
Society.
Right? Kids are being abused more than grown ass men in this world. Right? Epstein had a motherfucking island, right? And it wasn't just whites, it was blacks and everybody. Ain't nobody talking about the children.
Fuck Epstein. What about Uncle Ruckus?
Hold on, wait. Let me just say one more thing. One more thing. What about elder abuse? What about elder? Motherfuckers don't even help their elders across the street no more, right? And then in these old folks' home, they're abusing elderly people every fucking day, man. Right? And nobody's talking about these things.
This is what I say.
Right.
They're not talking about these things because you have a political a fraction that don't want these things to get out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't want these things to get out that kids are getting fucked, that old people are getting abused and things like that, because it may let the world know what's really going on in our country, and they have to take up the responsibility to stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on real quick. Y'all remember the dude from Dateline, right?
The sexual crime bill. What's the sexual crime bill that just got passed last? Now it's up to the judge discretion.
Oh yeah, you got to be 10 years. You got to be 10 years. Like you can for anal sex,
anal oral sex.
You cannot get convicted if the person is 10 years younger than you, right? So you 24 and you have sex with a 14-year-old person.
Fucking pervert.
Your record will be expunged and it won't be carried on because
it was consensual.
It was consensual. Yeah. Right. So now with that,
who pressed that?
The Democrats, right?
No, who else pressed that? So I went and actually read the policy.
Who pressed it, bro?
So the original law, it was the same thing, but it didn't. So the original law was if you had vaginal sex with someone, right?
Yeah.
The judge discretion to how he want to sentence you, right?
Yeah.
Long as you wasn't over 10 years, right? Yeah. The LGBT community felt that it was biased towards them.
Yeah, I can see that.
So they added the anal and oral thing in, right? So the first law was fucked up to begin with, right? So, but no one is. Why are we even having a conversation about having sex with a minor? And you think, why is this even a fucking law? Why is this even a conversation?
Hey, now real quick, y'all, because I wanted to say this before. Remember Dateline? The motherfucker used to come out and be like, so what was you gonna do with that little girl? You're like, I'm in the back, right, from Dateline. But they killed that show. And the other day, me and my wife, we sitting there, we watching TV. I say, what's that show that come on in the daytime on Fox? It's called Crime Watch. They threw his motherfucking ass on Crime Watch, and I kept understanding why did they cut that show off when they was catching so many child predators, right? And a lot of them motherfuckers was somebodies that he was catching.
Because they said that it was entrapment, and they don't know whether.
What?
I'm just telling you what they said, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right.
You know, like niggas was, right? But you also have a show called Cuties on Netflix where girls 11 years old showing pussy shots, titty shots,
all kind of stuff.
My wife lost her mind behind that shit.
Wide open.
Yeah.
We opened the door for that. But it's doors. It was a door that got opened before that, and once you open the door. Once you say it's cool, look. Once you say it's cool for, and like I said, I don't care.
We got a caller.
Finish.
Like I said, I don't care what's your sexual preference, right? But once you say it's cool for me to be like, I'm not a man no more, I'm a woman, then the motherfucker can say, well, I like kids. Once we say that's cool, we say that's cool, then the motherfucker can say I like animals.
But see, that's why
because we opening doors.
But see, yeah, but
you see how
that's why. That's because
you see how this so taboo, right? They don't want to talk, but you talking about black lives all motherfucking day, but we ain't talking about protect our children.
I talk about it all the time. Go ahead.
That's because the entity again. We gotta go back to we just as humans is on the chessboard. This is a spiritual warfare on some real life shit. That's what we need to understand. We need to realize it's spiritual warfare. And bottom line is, we ain't talking about the other abuse y'all talking about because that ain't what's up on the table. making us global, killing the American economy so that Satan can force us into the global market is what the real deal is, and that's what they're trying to do. So the police perpetuating when all that stuff in the streets, they trying to kill the middle class of America. And if we take the police away, we can get rid of the middle class by now invoking the criminals to take care, steal, rob, ain't nobody to guard nothing. Satan trying to make us be global.
I got a question, right? And so you saying that, right? What do you think about these people who say that Black Lives Matter outside of people's houses, disturbing people while they're eating and stuff like that, and telling them you can't live here because we used to live here, or you can't eat here because we need to eat here? What do you think about Black Lives Matter or aiming a lot of anger and hate and stuff like that at a lot of groups?
Because their group, their master is of the lower nature of this world.
And y'all know we got a caller.
He's sending them out there to do his bidding. And that's what it's about. That's all it's about.
Satan.
You got to get to Satan, y'all.
Caller, go ahead. Who is this? Where you calling from?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, Black?
What's up with it?
This protege from LA, man. I've been trying to get on with you for the longest, man.
Sorry about that. That's the
that video.
Nigga talk.
man, that here we go. Nah, but that video, man, that shit is crazy, bro.
You thought when the police got shot?
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Like,
he had on the seat.
That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know.
They didn't search the car. He had on the seat.
Or he was in one of them right to carry. Or he was in one of them right to carry stations.
I want to know why when people, no disrespect, see violence, right? They shot. I've been seeing violence all my motherfucking life. I'm not impressed when I see shit like that.
We're immune to it. We from LA.
I'm not either.
My best friend got his face blew off next to me, right? I done seen so many stabbings in prison, man. I seen motherfuckers get flipped. But you know what it's like to be on a prison yard and the police is shooting at you and you can't shoot back with mini 14s, man, right? So when I see shit like that, I'm not intrigued by it.
Hold on, go ahead,
But my question is, okay, Black, my question is, man, why the hell did they take so damn long to take him down? Like, they hit him with the taser like 3-4 times or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why they couldn't just do him like they did a nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Because they looked at him like he could be their son or their cousin or their nephew or one of their friends.
I mean, I agree with that. I do agree with that because it's been many a times, homie, that I should have got a DUI when I was living, you know what I'm saying? Because I live in Victorville right now, but I'm originally from LA. There's been many a times I could have been got a DUI, but because I knew the police officer that pulled me over, he was like, hey, bro, just take your ass to the house. And I'm going to come roll by in 5 minutes. If you there, then you good. If not, then I'm coming to find you and I'm taking you in.
That's called report. I'm going to be honest. I have got treated better by some white officers than I have black officers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
black go above and beyond the Call of Duty to prove a point.
But the atmosphere right now is that the police are now on this timid thing because they don't want to be the one to be the next cop that killed George Floyd. The cops are real timid right now.
Fuck that.
They're trying to hold off on some things and it costs them their life.
Fuck that. Look, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Look. Everybody from the hood know. Just cooperate with the goddamn cops. And 9 times out of 10, you gonna get the fuck out of here.
They gonna let your dumb ass go. I mean, that's what we've been talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Fucking they racist or not.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's my thing. Like,
you want to go home or you want to go
do what the fuck they ask you? Right.
You know
And see, my thing is,
I like this caller right here.
And see, my thing is, bro, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the bullshit, and I'm not about to lie on nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of motherfuckers lying on Trump, bro. I'm not about to lie on a nigga. Look. I grew up a Democrat. Look, I grew up a Democrat my whole life. I'm 34 years old. I grew up a Democrat my whole fucking life.
He was a Democrat.
And you know what I'm saying? And don't even know, homie, until I started doing my research. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? The KKK was started by the Democrats. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The first Republican Party had 150 black men, and 20 white men that actually started that shit. But motherfuckers don't know that shit.
Blacks
you know what I'm saying? And then they want to tell you
Republican. And that's why
right. And then they want to tell you
started to stop us from being Republican.
Well, see, they understand.
Amen.
They do understand it, brother. They do understand it.
Man, they don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying?
The Matrix brainwash is so deep, man, that some folks, like Morpheus said, they in Earth. They not ready to be unplugged. They were so under the system.
No, you know what the problem is? Look, check this out.
If you bring all the information to them, they still ain't going to listen to you.
Okay, but check this out. Here go the problem. For 300 years, they told us we couldn't read, right? Then they turned around and said, okay, you know what, Negroes, go ahead and read. You feel me? Like, we don't allow y'all to read. Now niggas is like, you know what, fuck this, I don't even want to read no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to try to read.
They don't want to read. They don't want to read shit.
You know what I'm saying? But look, here go the fucked up thing. Because we not reading now, right? Yep. And we just listening to the media, YouTube. That's the new goddamn book. Yep. That's the new book. You got all these audio books and all this shit out here, and motherfuckers is going off of what. Yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And instead of motherfuckers actually reading, they listening to the goddamn entertainment. Entertainment actually means to control your mind. You feel me? So, come on, y'all. Like,
two things real quick, bro. When Satan was in heaven, man, he was in charge of the media. He was in charge of the singing group. He was in charge of all that. That's why the media is what he used right now. He good at it. He was in charge of all that before he got kicked out. So he's real good at that.
Right.
And Donald Trump, right now, we all thought it, but he the one that said fake news. He done brought it up, and he done exposed them, and they still ain't trying to hear it. It's fake fucking news, man. I watch CNN, man. I can feel
just like the fake.
Man. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
They said Donald Trump.
Like the fake impeachment. Yeah. Like the fake impeachment, right? Yeah. The fake impeachment, right?
Come on, say Donald Trump is responsible for global warming.
Yeah.
What? How you gonna blame one dude for that? He only did. He been in there 3 years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 3 years.
I wanted to say something in light of the reading part, which I agree with. And one of the inspirations was Black Rosebud, right? We was in the cell together, and this dude had a diploma, you know, coming in from the streets. But he wanted to challenge himself and get his GED. So I seen him. I said, man, what you got the GED book for? And he was like, I'm finna try to get a GED. I said, but you have a diploma. He said, look, man, I'm challenging myself while I'm in this box, right? But then another story was, I got my GED 7 years ago. I'm 47. I got it when I was 40. And I kept failing the math.
Brother.
Thank you. I kept failing the math, right? So the instructor was a white man with blue eyes. And he turned me into a monster. He took me in the office and he said, Carl, you know you failed the math twice. He said, you failed the motherfucker one more time, you got to take the whole test over. He said, why haven't you gotten the math yet? And then I said, well, I started talking about my child. He said, fuck all that. He said, shut my door. This is a white man with blue eyes. He said, you should know math. He said, then he gave me a reading of Pythagoras, right? Pythagoras was a man that studied with the high priest in the pyramids. He said, you should know math. My people stole it from yours. I say, what the fuck? Right? This is a white man. I got the writing today in my library. No, for real. Love the man. This is a white man that I can actually say that I got love for, right? Because he sat there and he told me the truth, right? That's all we asking. Let's sit down and have conversations, right?
Real.
Let's have real conversations, right? And then, look, fuck the reparations, man. Let's sit down and tell you motherfuckers the truth about what y'all done, man. And maybe we can get somewhere
with some respect. You know why we can't get our reparations. You know why we can't get our reparations,
yeah, because he sat at the round table with him and they ain't told the truth.
It ain't even that. It's not even that. It's not that. It's not that. Look. The word black. What is the word black? What is it? An adjective, a pronoun? What is it?
It comes from the Latin word necro, which means...
No. I'm not asking about no Latin. Look. I'm not asking about that. Is it a verb, a noun, an adjective? What is it? Please state that for me. What is it?
Black,
the word black.
I guess black is an adjective. It's supposed to describe something.
Okay. Right. So, in order... Right. So in order for a group of people to get their reparations like the Jews, you have to be a fucking nation. The problem is as blacks, we are so fucking divided. We got niggas want to be Hebrew Israelites. We got niggas want to be Negroes. We got niggas want to just be black. We got niggas want to be Moors. We got niggas want to be all this other shit. But you don't want to come to the round table as a whole community and pick a fucking nationality. That's the goddamn problem.
I respect that shit. I respect that shit. That's real shit.
Good call. Yeah. But on that, right? What I also want to say is the reason why we can never come together, like Carl said, right? The white man came and gave him game, right? I understand because I have a lot of white people on my channel, and I talk to a lot of them personally. They teach me stuff, right? The reason why a lot of white people won't reach out and talk to black people or teach them or give them game because so many black people already got in their head that they're racist and they already label these people as untrustworthy. So we already put that fence up on us. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to cross that line and say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, exactly. I want to be able to trust you and things like that. And I want to take your advice and understand what do you think? Why do you think my society or my people act like this? And sometimes you're going to hear the truth from another race. The truth may hurt, but it'll set you free. You feel me?
Real talk.
And sometimes when we get to the point, to the next higher level, that is realizing that, first of all, we can look at it from, we don't never know who God gonna send to tell us something, okay? And the bottom line, we all spirit beings here, man. These bodies, these shells we got, what Satan uses to keep separating us from each other. But when you get down to the real facts, when you leave here, that color of your skin and all that ain't going up there with you. That ain't going with you. We spirit beings, man, in an earthly body moving around down here, and he's sending us the vision about ourselves. And so that's why the white man, forget all that, has done more for me. Okay, the movie business than the blacks. I got kicked off of a show one time, all black show, from a brother named Robert West. I'm gonna call your name out. You the cocksucker, okay? All right? And
I ain't gonna even say the other motherfucker. You kick your show down, Rosebud.
With the German. You sided with the German and whatever. And you kicked the only black crew that was in the meal off the goddamn show. Okay, right. So I got some advances here from black man and from white man, from all types. That's the bottom line. We need to get to another level and realize that we just pawns on the table. We pawns on the table. This is between God and his son, and that's what's going down. Okay?
And we have the ability to help each other, right? You can't tell me that LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard and Russell Wilson and Michael Jordan, all these so-called celebrities can't set up nothing to help the black community out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Jobs, work source centers. You know what I'm saying?
Bank.
Yeah, a bank. You know, they could do a lot of things and put their money in a lot of different places. But what they do is they sit on their high horse in the fucking hills or wherever they at and tell you what you should do and how scared they are. LeBron James ain't scared of no motherfucking police. LeBron James' kid is not fit to be part of no motherfucking police brutality because LeBron James have the ability to be racist. He can fire somebody white. He can change somebody's lifestyle that's white. He has the ability, right? And he has the power to fuck somebody up racially or whatever you want to do. So when people say you got to have money to be racist, it's a lot of black people out there with money that could be racist. It's a lot of black people out there with money that could help society, right? Now, you have these Democrats like Soros and Bill Gates and stuff like that. Some of the richest men in the world, right, is Democrats, right? And they're always talking about we want to end world hunger, we want to do this for hate, we want to do this for violence and stuff like this, right? 9 of them people have more wealth than the whole world combined. So if they wanted to end world hunger or anything they could, or they wanted to, they could end it. They have more money. 9 people have more money. I think it's not the whole world, but like the lower half, like the lower 40% or something like that, than the lower 40% combined.
Man, that's deep. That's deep. Hey, what's up? This is A1, the producer. This brother right here, he was a big part. I made 1,000 subscribers today. Really want to thank the dude because I'm an appreciative person. But I got you a little something to drink for your crew. This my dude right here. We might argue every day. I'm A1. He might talk. He might talk a lot of shit.
Like this show right here
on some real shit. You know, we gotta appreciate each other, especially black men.
I like this show right here,
man. Thank you, because my channel wouldn't be where it is without this brother. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all hate my relationship show and all that other stuff. He been told me to get rid of it, but WeAreLa it's a channel with diversity and stuff like that. He disagree with it. Shit, he done got me into this politics. I'm thinking about doing my own goddamn show because he been showing me another side of stuff. But I just want to say, nigga, I appreciate you, all that good shit. Go ahead, drink up and
see that. Oh yeah. Wait. I'll give you a perfect example. Right? Like these 2 brothers right here, right? I'd argue with these motherfuckers and all kind of shit, right? But when it comes down to it, right? They understand what the fuck I'm talking about, right? And they get it. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga Blaq is really on this shit. I may act dumb, right? But I study and I research and I do a lot of fucking shit You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to be real fucking dumb to be this smart. You know what I'm saying? The average motherfucker couldn't do it. Or you got to be real smart to be this fucking dumb. The average motherfucker couldn't do it. So what I tell people, right, is like, if you got some game, like, it's things I can learn from him. It's things I can learn from him. Just because I taught them something don't mean they can't teach me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to stay open to shit, right? Like, this is just my field. This is just something I know a little bit better than them. Like, he know how to edit better than me. Carl knows some other things better than me. So when I cook and all kind of shit, so I like, Carl, man, what's up with this? You know what I'm saying? He can teach me how to cook. Anthony can teach me how to edit. He can teach me how to exercise. He can teach me about spiritual shit. You know what I'm saying? But I can teach them something about entertainment, and that comes from listening, being in the clubs with the OGs and studying the shit, right? What I try to tell people out there, it's never too late, right? It's never too late, or you never too old to get a lesson in life. You're never too old to preach something to somebody. And if you're not giving your game to nobody so they can advance, that's selfish, man. We're supposed to be giving up a game. We're supposed to be giving up plugs and all that old shit. You ain't supposed to hold that information. It's like this, right? When I was younger, everybody know that, like somebody say, hey, man, where you get those shoes from? You don't want nobody to have the same shoes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I don't know. My girl bought them. Or I bought them from somewhere else. You don't want nobody to have the same shit you have. Or when you get a plug or something, right? Like something free, right? And somebody asks you, oh, man, when you get the free shit, you're not going to go out and preach to everybody, hey, man, they got some free shit over there. Long as you got it, you're going to tell the people that you fuck with. Everybody else you don't give a fuck about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying right now is everybody got to help somebody. Somebody help me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to pass it on.
Pride came before the fall, man.
Yeah, and one thing we got to get on. We got to be real. This we shit, I ain't French, right? Yeah. This we, yeah, I ain't fucking French. Listen, you addressed it, OG. You talked about a spiritual war. Both of y'all addressed it too. It's a bunch of fucking invisible lines, and they call it a map. Somebody put a fucking line on a piece of paper and said that was Egypt, and that was Libya, and that was Iran, and that was Iraq, right? So we're just going to address the elephant in the room. What the fuck is we? Is we a color or is it an energy? So look, everybody that's your fucking color is not going to fucking agree with you. Like you just was talking about LeBron James. Well, I don't buy his shit, but y'all gave LeBron James his power. I don't watch basketball, so but we in general, we gave LeBron James his power. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, they powerless without us, right? But getting back to the point, is it a black issue or is it the same energy issue? Because everybody that's black not gonna be on the same boat.
No.
So we got to start thinking a little bit different. We say we the fathers of civilization, right? So maybe we the ones that gotta uplift this shit on some energy shit. If you fucking Mexican, black, white, fucking Chinese, Japanese, Iranian, and you on the same energy, that's how my team is. You can't come talk to me about no emotional black shit, cause I've been in them wars and I know what you niggas gonna do when that shit happen. So you can't come talk to me about no emotionalism.
Everybody ain't gonna be able to go, Gordon.
So everybody ain't gonna be able to ride. It gotta be an energy thing. We gotta vibe energetically. And if you white and we on the same tip, that's cool. I'm gonna ride with you. But you know, this we shit, we all think, oh yeah, that's some bull. Like I said, I ain't French.
And my thing is that, like you know, you said that, like we the follower of civilization. See, for me to keep it right, keep my ego in check, I have to remind myself that God's the father of civilization.
Yeah, exactly.
See, if I keep my mind on God, the father of civilization, Satan don't want me to go there. See, he wants you to go to individualities and this and all that. That's how you keep us separated. That's how you keep the chaos going on. Bottom line is you can kill them off by simply understanding that God is of all that, period. And pride came before the fall, and God hates pride. He don't like it. He's Satan's ass why he's at where he is right now because of the pride that he felt in himself. And that's, the example has been set for us. We need to look at the real. We need to start looking at the real.
OG, can I ask you a question when it comes to religion? Because like some people don't believe in God, right? So how do, like say for instance, if Carl is a Muslim, right? I'm an atheist. He a Jehovah's Witness, and you're a Christian, and this man don't believe in he just don't believe in nothing, right? Is it a way that we can come together energetically?
Yeah.
Without causing disunity with from a spiritual or religious aspect?
Yeah.
Because some people, it's some good people that don't believe in nothing spiritual, right? but they better than a lot of people that say they Muslims and Christians and Catholics and a whole bunch of other shit, right? But it's some shit we can agree on.
Yeah.
Like,
well, first of all, with that whole thing is you got to take it out of religion.
Right.
See, there's a difference between religion and spirituality.
Right.
See, and a lot of folks don't understand religion is man-made. Spirituality is the earth, the things that move that God made as gravity. That's all a part of spirituality.
Exactly.
Okay, so when we can understand that God formulated all of this, okay, them different sectors we trying to put together can all be broken down from the simple fact is it's a difference between religion and spirituality.
Right.
And on spiritual tip, we don't want to believe, but guess what? Jump off a building and see what happens.
You know what's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? When you get hit by the white meat show up on all of us first. Get hit inside the head. That skin, the white meat gonna pop the fuck up as soon as you hit inside the head. That's spirituality. That's what I'm saying.
Now, can I say something in the religious aspect?
Religion or the spiritual?
Truthfully, I believe something greater than myself created me.
Okay.
However, I also believe in free will, which was the biggest blessing of all, right? Some people will sit there and sit on their motherfucking couch and keep praying and praying and praying when, essence, you already had the blessing your two motherfucking legs, right? Now the ones that can't, they need the blessings, right? Some energies to come in and help them because he in a wheelchair, he's blind.
You know what?
But mine is my two legs and my brain, man. I'm able. I have all mobile skills.
Don't nobody need no blessings. Don't nobody in no life need no blessings, right?
Right.
Because for the simple fact, God already said yeah to everything you already asked for. So why the fuck you need to ask him for something? He said yes. You don't have to ask God, can I be a millionaire? He done put everything in place possible for you to make that happen. You ain't got to ask God, can you get a good woman? You ain't got to ask God, you know what I'm saying, can I live in a big house? No, everything is already there.
Right.
You thank him in advance.
Yeah.
Oh, she been waiting. Caller, what's up, caller? What's your name?
Oh, hello.
What's your name, caller?
Sexy and shit. What the fuck?
Tipsy. I know it's cool. It's cool.
I like this motherfucking show, man. Hey, you sure we ain't gonna get arrested when we leave?
Oh, I'm a fan.
Hey, she got a sexy ass voice. Come on,
I'm scared to death, man. Y'all motherfuckers gonna get me arrested when I leave. We gonna get banned?
We gonna be the bump.
Go ahead.
Hello, gentlemen.
I'm scared to death. Gordon, get to show his ass.
I'm a fan, Blaq. Hello.
Speak on it with your voice.
All right. So, gosh, it's been a minute.
Been a minute. It's been a minute. How long has that really been? Like,
it's been a minute since I've said anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something else.
You know, just about what's going on.
Yeah, we didn't know what you was talking about.
You know, the world.
About to get me and Gordon in trouble. What you?
I've been waiting. I'm sorry.
Spit your thing. Go ahead.
I got a story though.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So I want to talk about a real black man that I know.
Talk about what?
I wasn't able to.
Say that again, ma'am.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Say it again, ma'am.
What'd you say?
Okay. I would like to tell you a story of a real black man that I know.
Okay.
All right. So I grew up typical 90s girl, you know. No daddy. Mom got paid for a job. Then tossed around family, right? So anyways, during my upbringing, I got tossed around to my uncle. His name is Benjamin Burgess. Sorry, I miss him. So anyway, he's from Savannah, Georgia. He served their military. He woke our asses up at 5 in the morning. We read the Bible. I didn't fucking know how to read. I didn't give a shit about reading. So he made us. And he would scrub our feet, you know, on Saturday. And he would never swear. He would never lose his cool. And I grew up around, like, you know, alpha women. You know, that feminist bullshit, you know, they like to talk about.
So you had so this was this man your stepfather? It sounded like you was talking about like a stepfather or something. Or was this man your uncle?
Kind of, yeah. Yes, I had a stepfather. His name was Benjamin Burgess, and he was a black man from Savannah, Georgia.
So would you agree with this? So would you agree with this? Right? Like I had a joke. You know what I'm saying? But it was a kind of an honest joke. I said
I like your jokes, but I like your jokes. All right.
I said deadbeat daddies sometimes make the best daddies because if you can't take care of your kids and you hop in a relationship with somebody, you ultimately become a good father to them kids. Is that a fair assessment of your situation?
You know, hey, Black, sometimes, but you know, this world is big. So there's this whole spectrum of life, you know, out there, and we're all trying to, you know, do our best. And Benjamin Burgess, oh man,
so
he
you
did
saying
his best.
you saying he's a good black man in what reference? Finish your statement though. You say he's a good. You gonna tell us about a good black man? That's it.
Okay, good black man. So he would take us. He would drive us from Lansing, Kansas, and that's where I got my plane. To Savannah, Georgia, every summer. Just drive our asses, and he would take us to his mama, who lives in Savannah, Georgia. And when I talk about Savannah, Georgia, I'm talking about like the woods. You know, and ain't got no electricity. No one got no slippers. You know, real Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
So, anyways, we would go to her house, and she would cook us stuff and whatnot.
All right, caller, we about
and I
to
would
take
go
the next
there.
call.
Thank you. Hold on,
Okay,
wait.
well, come on, baby.
This is the problem. This is the fucking problem with America right now. There's no fucking patience. You guys want answers, but you guys don't want to.
Not even that. We're just on a time schedule.
No. Anyway, Benjamin Burgess was a good man, and his mom was the actual slave, and I never heard shit about slavery from her.
Next caller, please.
Not one piece.
Hey, what Donald Trump say? You're fired.
Pick a number from 1 to 10. 9. You're fired.
No, she had a good conversation. No, she had a good conversation. But when you please,
what the fuck is a good black man?
Right, when you call in, we got to be respectable for the show. So we got to try to leave it in between 1 minute because we don't want the producer to hang up in nobody's face, and we're trying to be respectable to other callers and stuff like that. And we really want to answer your question. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you want to tell a story, I have plenty of time for that on my show. But this show right here, as I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get these black men, you know what I'm saying, they word in and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? But back to you saying, a good black man.
What the fuck is a good black man?
A good black man is I don't know what the fuck is a good black man is. Like what's your definition?
You know what a good black man is?
What?
It's a good dick. A good black man is a
You
good
feel
dick.
me? This is the shit I be talking about right here, right? This why I came. That's the only reason I came, because I knew it was gonna be real with him. Because I don't do the sugarcoating shit. Now what I want.
A good black man. Look, that's a good question because I don't know too many good
Can somebody call in and explain to us?
But you know
what
a
good black man?
Let me tell you what I think. Let me tell you. To them, a good black man is one they can exploit. That's what a good black man is. The one that they can exploit for whatever reason they want, to get what they want, to do what they want from you. You're a good black man.
Oh my God. You know, I see why we all get along now.
Can somebody call and tell us what a good black man
They
is?
can take your pants off and they wear the pants. That's a good black man.
I called Gordon the other night, right? And I said I had an epiphany, right? And he said, what epiphany? I say, now I understand why everything broke up in tribes. Everybody ain't like-minded.
Nah. No.
See, a good black man is what Adam did when Eve came and hit the fucking apple and Adam fell behind her. He's a good black man. You know, you give a whole civilization away. You give a whole civilization away.
Y'all know
but
we
they
got
call that
people,
a good black man.
Right? You know we got people that would have agreed with some shit. See, me, I ain't just going for anything come out of motherfucking mouth.
But it's not no woman. I can tell you that right now. I would agree with you. I would agree with you. Wait, I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
You about to get us killed.
I would agree with you. Then we both be wrong.
Don't you know me?
That's the whole story, though. I would agree with you. I tell you one time. I would agree with you.
You know they got a Me
You know our wives watching this shit.
Me too.
You got a Me Too movement.
Did you tell the caller?
We got another caller.
Did you?
Yeah, Blaq, what's going on?
What's going on? This is somebody from the South. You can tell this is my boy from the South. My white boy from the South. Am I lying?
What going on?
Huh?
No, you got it. You got it. You got it.
What's up? What's up with it?
Well, all right, so y'all are bouncing all over the place. It's hilarious.
We are fucking hilarious.
I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on. You ain't even got the bottle poured.
We
out.
don't either.
Yeah, real motherfucking shit. Real nigga shit right here.
All right, we're going to bounce into some serious stuff here because that's where the show started off. Right. We're talking about the police brutality and the interactions. Okay. So I think the first step that each state needs to make is their attorney general needs to start releasing a video how to interact with the police in that state. It needs to be universal. It needs to be on the damn driver's test. We can get that out of the damn way and start putting it in front of the public. This is how you interact with the police. You know, these are your rights.
So what you saying? So what you saying? Like Carl said, son, he said it need to be retraining on both sides. So what you're saying is the police need to have a video on how to deal with blacks, and blacks need to have a video on how to deal with the fucking police. That's what you're saying.
All they need to do is watch the Black Rosebud show and they motherfucking ass to get training. They won't even support. You got more white followers than black, and everything that you doing is educating these motherfuckers that ain't been educated.
Now, you know what's crazy? Like I said, right, my boy on here right now. It's crazy because I know I don't speak for white people, right? I speak for white people. I know what they want to say, right? And they want to say, look, I'm not racist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, and I don't hate blacks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not with all that other KKK shit like him right here on the phone right now. You can tell he's not a racist, right? He's not with that other KKK bullshit and nothing like that. He called me. He want to have a serious conversation. He want to have a serious conversation because he want real answers. It's a lot of white people out there that's like that, but black people are not giving these people a chance because we're too fucked up because the way we've been taught.
And then it's also been traumatic experience on both sides. Let me show you. Imagine a child being taught, right? Being taught to be tugged along to be racist. I done had a lot. I got white friends today. One of them I love to death. He from Frisco. His mother was a Hell's Angel. He was the first one to come to my aid when I was in halfway house. Everybody, my wife, everybody know about him. But the thing about it was a lot of them grew up in racist environments, right? And it was traumatic for them. They like, man, I really didn't want to do this shit, but my grandfather was tugging me along, and a lot of them went astray, and they call them poor white trash. You're like, damn, you come from Beverly Hills, you down here? Yeah, you know, right? And that's because they didn't want to be indoctrinated with some bullshit. That's traumatic when you got to be torn away from your family, right? Because you don't agree with their doctrine.
So, caller, you saying there should be more PSAs or whatever to show how you should interact with the police? That should be more done. That
for everybody. For
everybody.
Yeah, it should be part of the driver's license.
Yeah, it's like turning left on the lane, you know, fast car on the freeway. It should be. The problem going on with what you're saying is right, but the problem is we are electing people who are unqualified to be in positions of mayors, governors, and a bunch of other stuff. They're getting there by nepotism, not by skill set, not by they coming up the line and learning certain things. You're right. So first of all, we got to vote out these folks that's really not doing their jobs. Because the police, because the mayor's job is to keep control of the police department. And if he the problem is the good cops, they can't say nothing because there's so many bad cops, and the way it's being done, they get blackballed or whatever. So the politicians, we need to straighten them out and make them do their job. Because the right kind of mayor gonna make sure that the police chief gonna make sure that the cops down there got proper protocol. You see what I'm saying? Proper protocol.
Now watch this.
Because a fish rot at the head first. Fish rot at the head first.
Also, you got to be aware, and a lot of people ain't agree with me on conspiracy theories or whatever. I ain't into that, but they got what you call motherfucking sleepers, right? This racist as fuck and go through the transition, right? And outthink us in school and everything and get in position just to murder your motherfucking ass. Period, right? I do understand that.
We're going to go into the racial thing.
No. I got a question for you. No, wait. Hold on. No, I got a question for you. I got a question for you right quick, right? This is something different, right? As a white man, have you ever experienced racism from a black person?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And could you explain that to us?
We don't know. What state you from? Because I've been down south a lot. What state you from?
Well, actually, Actually, it's interesting. So I'm from Mississippi, Tennessee, and Colorado. So I travel between three states, and South Florida.
Where was you Where was you raised at?
I was raised in North Mississippi by my grandfather, who was a superintendent of education, who desegregated the school system and left the Democratic Party because of their racist bullshit. And we weren't brought up around that.
Would you
10 years in North Memphis the hood.
I don't mean to cut you off, but would you agree? Because I spent a lot of time down. Would you agree with me that in some of the southern states, it's a lot of invisible lines? You know, we don't go here, y'all don't go there. You know what's going on with that?
It used to be.
I seen the real question.
Okay, all right. So I would say this. I would say that segregation happens every week in the South at 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock in every church in the South.
Exactly.
But in the general aspect of it, the South's less racist than the North. It's way less racist than out in Colorado. You're 97% white in Colorado, 3%.
Yeah,
well, not even 3% black. Mississippi is 46% black and 54% white. If you don't get along with your neighbor, you're going to have problems.
I was asking you that question because look, I noticed from being from California, so we kind of being from Los Angeles. I can't speak for no other parts of California. But being from Los Angeles, we kind of got a freedom, right, to go where we want to go. And like when they tell us we not supposed to be somewhere like Brentwood or Beverly Hills, we go anyway, right? So, but when I went down south, I noticed the invisible lines, right? And like so, in LA, right, we don't run into white people in our neighborhood unless it's the police, right? But when I was down south, I noticed the mentality of blacks was more like, oh, we don't fuck with them over there. We don't go over there. They don't come over here, right? So when you were saying that you experienced racism, I know you did because I was down there and I know that the thinking is a little bit different, right? Because when I first went to Virginia, right, I seen my first day there, I seen a dude driving with a Confederate flag and it fucked my brain up, right? Because out here we would have fucking tripped, but out there it was normal. So when you say that you experience racism from blacks, I know because it's a different, it's different culturally.
I would like to,
but yes, you're right. It's culturally. It's not really racism.
It's culturally. It's culturally.
People self-segregate. If you feel dumb as shit, you're not going to go talk. You're not going to go surround yourself with brilliant people because you're going to constantly feel dumb unless you're trying to make yourself smarter.
Exactly.
So as far as like the black and invisible lines, some people just don't feel comfortable around white people. The rest of them don't care. But in general, there's nobody pulling.
See, like in LA, right? Like in LA, like I probably can speak for Rosebud real good. Like I don't have that hang up. I don't.
That's why I ain't saying shit.
Because we. It's just a different culture in Los Angeles, right? So we know about racism, right? And we know what it is, right? But we don't like I've been in spots down south with other brothers that tell me like we don't go over there, they don't fuck with us over there, right? Over here we don't have that type of attitude. It's like we gonna go where the fuck we want to go, right? So, but it's culturally, and I understand what you're saying. It's just different. In different areas, it's different. Everybody has their own unique culture. And
right. You have people you feel comfortable around, and people you don't.
Right. It's people you feel comfortable around, and it's people that you don't. But down south, what I notice is more of a general, like it's a general outlook on with whites and black. Not saying every white and every black think like that. It's just generally known that we don't go on that side of the track after dark and they don't come on this side of the track after dark. Over here, that's not generally known. Like we got to go over there and find out for ourselves.
Now, I want to just ask the caller a real quick question because I heard you say further back, right, not to get into race, that your grandfather left the Democratic Party because of racism, and I respect that. Now, here's the thing. I want to ask you, do you have black friends?
Oh, yeah, man, dude. I go to the convenience store, and I get some crazy looks. But my boys from high school come up and give me a hug in the parking lot.
I'm glad you said that because I asked a lot of my friends this other races because this is how we can come together and start making change, right? Have you ever spent the night in a black man's home in a 24-hour span?
Oh, God, man.
Hell no.
I spent a week.
I wouldn't even do that, nigga.
I spent a week. I done spent a week at their house. We done flew across the country together.
I'm gonna tell you why. I asked every race that question, even a black man. See, I spent the night in a white man's home, right, so I can understand his culture. right? So if I say I got a white friend, I got to understand his culture so I can embrace it, right? And this is what makes the world beautiful, difference, right? If you got Chinese food, soul food, right? If everything was the same, this would be a dull motherfucking world. But how can we come to where we're respectful and respect and appreciate culture? We have to start bonding. You got people in a diverse setting that ain't never socially interacted on a block.
Hold on.
Well, you know, that goes back to, again, looking at we spirit beings, okay, opposed to different whatever color we are. The only reason why I graduated high school, my brother was a pimp. Okay, I went to Taft High. I went to Taft High. Okay, 1978. I graduated high school. 1978.
I knew it was something about the hat.
Okay, I grew up.
Something about that motherfucking hat he had on, man.
I was out of high school in 1978. You understand?
Yeah.
And my brother was a pimp. You know, so when he abandoned me because he got on crack cocaine and he messed this whole thing up, and I had to graduate, the man next door, white man, and his son and me was cool. He let me stay in this house the whole half a semester in order for me to go to school. And he fed me, and he made me have money in my pocket, and he took care of me, and that's how I graduated. And I went to Taft High. You see what I'm saying? I live in the South. I had white friends in Alabama. Went to play football. You know, there was a line. The hollow was the line, but we still crossed to play football. We did what we had to do. Okay? I'm glad my mother did that, because by me leaving L.A. in 72, when she left L.A., it stopped me from having a gang man mentality when gangs first started. I was down south where it was hogs and chickens having fun. So white folks and me, and any race with me, is okay with me, so I'm cool with that. And so, you know, I stayed in their houses. They stayed in my house, and I stayed in their houses in order to go to work. And that's what it is.
What's funny is what you asked me if I had any black friends. So, like, when I grew up and I was a kid, my housekeeper, or not housekeeper, but like my babysitter that would come over and babysit was black. And the guy always say, one of the guys always say, and you know, it's her grandson. You know, we went to school together. We're like best friends, always have been. We weren't brought up on racism. We're a generation apart.
You know what started
there is.
You know what started me to asking those questions? I had an Asian friend, right? And the motherfuckers tell me we was having fried chicken. We was in prison, and you know you got diverse setting in there. And he was like, "Yeah, chicken, black man's heaven." I say, "Now why in the fuck would you say something like that, right?" I say, I prefer rice over motherfucking chicken, so that could be taken as racist, right? So then he goes on to say, I ain't racist. I say, well, why you not racist? He said, because Michael Jordan and Kobe is my favorite players. I said, man, fuck all that, man, right? I say, look.
For real.
I say, look, man. I say, have you ever spent the night in a black man's house? He say, no. I say, have you ever dated a black woman? He said he had dated a black woman, but she was a fucking prostitute. So that told me everything I needed to know. So yeah, he paid for some pussy in private. He didn't want to be seen in public with her, right? For the sake of shame, because he was Asian, right? That's fucking racist. So that's why I asked you that question.
Hey, caller, I'm finna tell you something that you probably you're gonna be totally shocked by this, because I just want to tell you, not you, because you see what's going on, but. Okay, my wife is a different nationality. She's Greek, right? So I'm married to a Greek. Okay. I'm married to a Greek woman, right? But I think how most white people can help us in general, I don't even want to say help us, but help us with the police situation, is to go back to their community and talk to their friends and their family members. I think that's better than coming down here. And I'm not talking about you per se, right? But that's better than them coming down here talking about Black Lives Matter and burning up shit. Like if somebody outside of our culture really want to help us, go back to your culture, talk to your mother, your father, your brothers, and your friends. That should help us way more than coming down and burning up shit.
Okay, I got something. Wait, I got something for that before, right? If we're going to put that responsibility on white people, we also got to put the responsibility on black people to listen.
So you're right.
To listen to what white folks got to say. Because I have a question. I went on the street and I asked black people, what's the biggest problem you got with white folks, right? Is it they don't listen, they don't care, they don't help, whatever, right? But you get different answers, right? But there's a lot of black people who don't listen to white people when they try to talk. White people want to know, like, when they say, oh, it's a lot of police killing black people out there. When white people say, okay, what about when black people kill black people? oh, you racist. Oh, this. No, he's not racist. He's just stating facts. You know what I'm saying? And I say the same thing. When I say the same thing, I get called a coon. So what we have to do is we have to first realize that it's two different fractions out here. You have a black side that knows the truth, and you have a black side that hides the truth. They want to talk about, hey, y'all owe us this, repercussions, we were slaves, we need this. It's equal opportunity. Everybody has equal opportunity, right? But there's no guarantee for equal outcome. If we have the same opportunity, we can go to the same school, we can do the same thing together, right? But that don't mean we end up making the same amount of money, living in the same house, everything. Because even though we have the same opportunity, I worked harder than you. So I deserve more than you. And that's fucking life. But people who are lazy, they want equal outcome. No matter what the fuck I done in life, I want the same thing you got. I didn't go to high school, I didn't go to college, but I want to live in the house that you live in, right? I don't work, I don't do this.
That's a gift and a curse, man. That's a gift and a curse all in one situation. Seriously, you got people that are just born into money, right? All they know is how to screw off. They've never earned anything in life.
That's not. Right. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. I want my son to be like that. That's not the person who was rich fault. They parents or they ancestors handed them down money. That's not nobody's fault, right? If my ancestors, there's nobody broke. There's nobody going to be broke in Michael Jordan family. There's nobody's going to be broke in LeBron James family because they can pass their wealth down. That's why I'm trying to establish something so I can pass my wealth down to my son and he can pass it down to his grandson. That's what black people fail to realize.
Well, let me explain it. There's three generations. I want to say something just real quick.
Let me see what he's going to do.
Let me tell you this, the three generations real quick. The first one works really hard to earn it. The second one fucks it off, and the third one comes back trying to reestablish it. And that happens over and over and over again. That's how it works.
Even then, right? We don't leave. My mother and my grandfather left me nothing. Right, when my mother died and my grandfather died, I was left with 0 cents. I don't want to leave my son with that. Like I told him earlier, I'm a hustler. I'm a street dude. I can make it. I don't trust that my son can. My son wasn't raised the same way I was, and part of that was because of me. I didn't want him to be raised the same way I was. But in doing that, I hampered him because he doesn't have the survival skills I have, right? I'm not never scared for myself, but I'm scared for my son because he doesn't have that or that nigga mentality that everybody at this table have. And that's his daughter don't have that because his daughter don't have that because he don't want his daughter involved in that. Okay, if you put out in the street, you know how to survive. No, he want his daughter to know how to survive without going all the way down and bringing yourself back up. But it's understanding that there is a down. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when we got to fail to realize we have to teach our kids, we have to teach ourselves as a community, we got to stop being victims. I ain't no motherfucking victim. I don't know my daddy. I don't know my daddy. I ain't never been to I've been to prison. You know what I'm saying? I got a record, all kind of shit. I've been homeless before, but I never called myself a victim.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you one thing, quality that he got and every man that I seen sitting at this table got. They have the ability to process within themselves. Now I got this synopsis that I call nosy syndrome. You're always looking outside the motherfucking window to see what your neighbor's doing when you need to be looking inside the house to get it together, right? Now, Carl, let me speak about myself, how I could change the world. For instance, I went and supported Gordon. He has his own business, right? And he called me out. And so I went to his business establishment a couple days ago, and so I did a purchase. And he said, I'm going to give you a discount. I say, no, motherfucker, you ain't finna give me no discount.
Yeah, that's what you
right?
do. That's what I do.
Hold on. He say, wait. I say, hold on. I go to Nike and get Nike this, but you're my friend, right? And I didn't really have it like that to spare at the time. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it correctly. But it was a discipline for myself, right? To change my views in the way even with my wife, I'm learning how to be a husband. But if I'm looking outside the window at this couple, if I'm looking outside the window at this fucking couple, right, and what the fuck they doing with their kids, how in the fuck I'm going to raise my kids? This is why I'm able to get get along with these gentlemen right here, Rosebud and him. I just met this brother today, and he's a beautiful brother, and we gelling right together. And that's because these dudes are processors. They're not looking outside of themselves, but inside of yourself to change yourself. And it's not a perfect thing. It's an everyday maintenance.
Well, you know,
all right,
for a long while, you know, my mama and daddy left me with no money. They both died. I watched my mama pay insurance, man, all type of money. She had no insurance. And I should talk about that sometime when I saw other people or other white guys in my job, parents giving them money, helping them buy a house, and I'd be looking like, you know, what the fuck? Well, it wasn't until one day that God brought to my attention. First of all, my mama gave me the greatest thing I'm ever gonna have in this world, which was I got a job in the studios because a man called my mama. She got 8 sons, and he said, pick one, and she picked me. Okay, that's how I got my career, from my mama.
Yeah.
I lived with somebody and never had my own apartment. My mama was leaving, dying. She told me to take her apartment. I didn't want to take it. She made me take it. She taught me how to have my own apartment. My mama gave me that. Now, what my daddy gave me was when our fathers shoot that sperm, there's 25,000 to 100,000 eggs shooting for that egg. Sperm going for that egg, okay? They all battling to get in there. The spirit being's trying to get a body. When you get in that egg, you a winner right there.
That's right.
You a winner right there.
The first race you
That's
ever won.
the bottom line. You a winner right there, man.
That's the first race you ever won, and that's what we all share. Equality.
That's what we need to understand.
That's what makes us all equal.
Bottom line, when you entered there and got that egg over the rest of them died, had to go back and start over again in line. Okay, you won. You come here a winner. You ain't so therefore you have opportunity. God gave you the greatest thing, the biggest gift God you got in this world is that He allowed you to get a body, to be a spirit being down here to move around, make your thing happen. If your parents give it to you, that's fine. But if they don't, guess what? You got everything equipped to go get it and have it yourself when you got that body, when you use that sperm.
I read a book. If anybody followed me for the last couple of years, I read a book called Conversations with God, right? And that's a dude who talked directly to God. And he asked God, right, why am I in the position that I'm in? And God said, that's your fault. You know, everything in your life is by your creation. Everybody you meet, everywhere you live, everywhere you go, everything is your creation. I ain't got nothing to do with it, my nigga. That's on you, right? So if God says, look, I don't give a fuck about how you live, because that's your freedom of choice. I have no quality in it. I wouldn't give you freedom of choice and then tell you how to live. You know what I'm saying? How you live that's your choice, because I have no freedom in that. If you want to be a crackhead and that makes you happy, go ahead and be a crackhead. If you want to be a gangster and that makes you happy, go ahead and be a gangster. But if you want to live life and be happy, I give you the opportunity too. I give you every opportunity you want. Whatever life you want to live, you can live it, because I give you that. But guess what? It's consequences to any life you want to live, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to step in and say, you know what? This is enough. You know what I'm saying? If you're a smoker and you fall into that hole, that's on you, because that's the choice you decided to make, right?
25%
right?
free will.
The first thing I done when I went to jail, the first thing I done was ask God for help. The first thing I done, right? And he answered me. Look nigga, I'm finna help you. Because God talked to me like I talk to these niggas. Right? Because God know every language. He heard every word, and don't nothing surprise him. So I talk to God like I talk to these niggas. God, why in the fuck I'm in here? Nigga, I had to take you away from all that dope you was selling. I had to take you away from all them females you was fucking. I had to take you away from everything to let you know who was fucking important. Nigga,
ego.
me.
And your ego.
And my ego.
And your ego.
You around here thinking you the big shit. You know what I'm saying? You doing any fucking thing you want to. I had to put you in check.
Man.
And people don't believe in God. God is you don't have to listen to God if you don't want to, but I guarantee you're gonna fucking hear him. I guarantee that, right? He gave us free will. Like you can gang bang if you want to, you can sell dope if you want to, or you can take your ass to church and be a good parent, right? Now, the reason why I selected these men on this panel right here, because like I have everybody have a different background. This man right here is very spiritual. He's, as you can tell, he's deep in the God. He knows his history and all that. This man right here is very deep in the family. You know what I'm saying? He knows he cares about his daughter, he cares about his son, and everything you say about family, he understands it, because he's a deep family man. Every black man ain't a deep family man like he is. My boy Carl, he's based his shit on experience and knowledge, right? He has experienced a lot of things, and his experiences allow him to speak knowledge. Because he couldn't speak this knowledge if he didn't experience the same, all the shit, the gang, the penitentiaries, the killings he saw, the drug dealing. He's speaking from his heart. So everything Carl tell you, he's going to tell you from his heart. He's going to tell you from the things he experienced. He's not going to tell you no bullshit, right? If you think it's bullshit, you know what I'm saying? It may be bullshit to you, but he's coming from his heart, and that's all you can fucking ask for. That's why I selected these men to be on this very show right here, because we need to get to the bottom of things. They're not scared to tell you anything. As you see right now, they're not scared to tell you how they feel. You know what I'm saying? They're not scared to tell you about society. They're not scared to tell you about what niggas should be doing, what white people should be doing, who racist, who not. And that's why I invited this panel. So it's good that people call in and ask questions, because these are conversations that need to be heard.
And we're not afraid to say that it was wrong for those cops to get ambushed.
It was wrong.
We was wrong. We ain't gonna sit up in here and pretend like, no, it's all good because they killing our side. No, it's from the spiritual standpoint. It was all that's wrong is wrong with the other wrong.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. You heard that shit.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna disagree.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. You heard that growing up.
I'm gonna disagree with all y'all on that, because it's some shit called karma, right?
Right.
To me, right?
Right.
To me, and I still love y'all, brothers, but I'm gonna disagree with y'all on that, right? So, you know, I spent all my 20s in prison, so I lack a little empathy. I lack a little feelings. My daughter's helped me a lot, but I lack a little feelings, right? When we get killed, don't nobody give a fuck about us. So I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers.
No, I got a question, right? When we get killed, right, back to you saying, we don't give a fuck about ourselves. So why do other races got to give a fuck about us when we don't give a fuck about ourselves?
You're absolutely right. That's why I was speaking for myself. And because you said the most important shit. Hey, we could have ended this whole conversation. One thing you said, bro, I'm not a fucking victim. That's the most important thing that he just said. I don't do the victim shit. I don't give a fuck that I spent my 20s in prisons. I don't give a fuck about my daddy wasn't there. When motherfuckers tell me their daddy wasn't there, I'll be like, man, get the fuck out of here.
What?
None of my homies
shit.
Look, so I don't do the victim shit.
Right.
Once I figured out, like, oh, okay, that's a trap. The victim shit is a trap.
And
I do not do the victim shit. I drive around. I got energy around me. I don't give a fuck when I see the police driving past me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I do not do the victim shit. If I want $10 million in my bank account, I don't have $10 million in my bank account only because I haven't fucking made it. It's nobody else fucking fault.
Now, right, and I respect that, because that's your opinion, and you know I love you. But the reason I would be contradicting what I said in the beginning of the show, why I can't say that the same thing you said is this right here. Let's go on a smaller scale. We on a prison yard, right? And my homeboy owe this man money, and he from the other side, right? He's supposed to motherfucking pay, even though he my enemy. My enemy come to me and he say, hey man, you know I did this business with him, and it's gonna cause a war, and boom, boom, boom. Most motherfuckers just say, I don't give a fuck. That's the homie we write.
Hey, bro.
Me, wait. My mother, one thing, me and my mother didn't always get along. Right, but one thing she always instilled, like, certain ethics in me that I appreciate. One of them was right is right, wrong. You heard that they be playing space, boy. Right, bitch. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Right, and you say what? Right, like it was right to serve you the way I served you. It would be wrong to accept. Right, that's just me. So
I agree. That's cool,
I'm not gonna sit here and become the enemy. Right. I'm not going to remember one thing. I think it was you that told me, don't let nobody change me. Don't, like, the advice you gave me. I want to go today in certain situation, you know what I'm talking about, and fight a war. You say, no, don't do that. And I thought about it. You was right. That would be politically wrong. Right. And so it would be politically wrong for me to sit up here and say somebody doing them the way they do us is right when I'm saying the shit wrong, period.
I got a question, right? Like, if you look at my videos, right, I'm a real nigga. So I get love from the police, Crips, Bloods, white people, Muslim, Christian, you name it, I get love from. The only person I don't get love from is the Democrats.
Right.
Right? That's the only person. They're the only person that hate me, right?
Demon warriors.
The Democrats, right?
Because they indoctrinated.
Because I'm really I'm a 100, right? I can go on the street, right, as a Crip, and go and tell a Blood, hey, man, this is where I'm from, with this, but I'm not with that. This is what I'm about right now. Right. And they respect that, right?
Right.
So the thing what I'm telling people right now is like if you are real and you are honest, like a lot of these people are not. Like you can be fake and you can go somewhere and they can cross you up, right? If you look at me, I'm a hood nigga. I'm not scared of nothing. And I'm not about to run for nothing. It's been motherfuckers on Facebook, right? I can show you the message. A motherfucker told me he gonna tell Black Lives Matter on me. I Googled that nigga and told him where I'm gonna be at and send Black Lives Matter.
You motherfucking right.
You know what I'm saying?
Been there
hey,
with
there's no bitch in me. You know what I'm saying? There's no bitch in me.
I'd have been right there with you.
There's no bitch in me. So what I try to tell people is like this, right? I'm not fighting to try to impress no motherfucker. I'm fighting for my people, right? When I'm out there feeding the homeless and shit like that, that's my people. When I'm out here spreading awareness, that's for my people and shit like that. Like when people say, are you catering for white people and things like that, I'm not catering for white people. White people just understand my struggle, right? White people understand my aim and where I'm going. They assist shit, right? But don't get it twisted. I'm not no sellout. I'm not no catering to no white people, no shit like that. It just, I do for blacks, and it just so happen white people understand that shit a little more than some black people, and they accept that shit.
Well, I like to say, but that's because when the real tip is you catering to God.
Catering to God. I don't give a fuck.
I want to say, man, that, you say your daughter's softening you up. I want to say God's going through them girls to soften you up.
Right.
God knows that, in order for me to soften him up, I know how hard he is. I got to send I got to let it be his seed. And let him come in and let them soften that up for me.
You're absolutely right.
I want to say something about Gordon that I respect and that a lot of us don't do. Well, I can't speak for y'all, but myself. That man put in time, right? I tell people this all the time. I had a homeboy like, yeah, I got to give my daughter this. I just gave her $1,500. I said, look, my nigga, $1,500, $1 million don't defeat time. Your child needs time. And see, that's why he's getting that reward, because he's putting in time with them. See, I didn't put in time like that with my kids. I fell short of that. I'm learning how to put in time now with my family and my wife and my friends, right? That's his reward, time. You sitting there being patient. See, it takes patience for him to even receive that.
But on all that patience comes from the Holy Spirit in you. That's my opinion. That's finally having more voice than the ego side of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's softening you up. He's doing. As long as we always keep everything 100 with God and the ego, and
we got a caller.
It keeps us in check and keeps us perpetuating forward.
Go ahead, caller.
Okay, before we get, this is the last caller. We've been having so much fucking fun on here. We done went over the time. You know what I'm saying? We done ran about every time.
Yeah, we done ran the battery out of this motherfucker.
So we gonna this the last caller and shit. You know what I'm saying? If we got to do something else.
Y'all gotta bring me a diaper.
Come on,
we'll be in this motherfucker all night.
That's why I love this panel. I knew exactly how this panel was gonna go. That's why I gotta have this panel. We got an OG. We're here with the spiritual shit. You know what I'm saying? The God shit. We got a man with the family. We got a nigga from the hood, and we got a nigga from politics.
You about to have a senior mumble up in here and get to the bathroom.
Coming to a studio near you.
Hey, hello.
Go ahead.
Come on, caller.
Go ahead.
All right. My name is Colin. Okay, I'm a music teacher from Waterbury, Connecticut. I work inner city. All right. Now, I'm looking at you four gentlemen right there. You know what you represent? Hope.
Ooh.
You represent hope.
Thanks.
Because I'm hurting inside.
I'm H. You O.
It is.
You P. You E.
Because I'm ready to cry.
There we go.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's deep.
Because I'm a white dude, and I've never been more ashamed of my race of these people going out here with these signs and causing riots. What's up?
Hey, bro, don't listen.
Don't be ashamed.
Before you go any further, bro, let me tell you something. You only listen. You only responsible for yourself. Yeah, don't trip on what. Listen, I didn't really get into it, but they got all these invisible lines and these fucking nationalities. That shit really don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
But you only responsible for yourself, bro. Don't take that. Do not take the pressure of everybody else from your pressure and put it on your fucking shoulders, bro. Look. It's 3 gang members on this panel, right? We didn't been in situations to where. Well, listen to what I'm saying though. We didn't been in situations, right, when we took the pressure from our homeboys and put that shit on our shoulders, and we fucking suffer for that. So long as you good, I don't listen, bro. I listen to what I'm finna tell you. I'm finna tell you the realest shit.
Okay,
I don't give a fuck. Listen, bro. As long as you know in your fucking soul that you good, if I walked up on you today and gave you a fucked up look because you was white, in your mind you supposed to say fuck you, cause you know where you stand, bro. As long as you listen, as long as you know where you stand, fuck what anybody else think. So don't put everybody else pressure on your fucking shoulder.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna just real quick. I want to tell you another reason why you shouldn't do that. And I had this problem, right? I got my best. I got a show on my. I got a segment on my show that I did dedicated to my first white friend. He lives in Frisco, and his name is Arthur Armstrong. His mother was like a higher up in Hell's Angels and all that shit. So he's like the first white guy that I ever called like my best friend. And here's the thing: I had came home 12 months ago from prison. I'm on parole now, so I was in halfway house, and I got a job doing construction, and all my gang partners, I couldn't even get $100. And in order for me to get this fucking job, I needed steel-toe boots, because you know you can't work those sites without boots. And so I called him. He said, "What's up, man?" I say, "Look, I'm doing bad right now. My wife doing bad at the time or whatever, and I need some money wired, man, so I can get these boots, keep jobs." He said, "Say no more. What name?" Right? So about 2 days ago, I was FaceTiming him, and I could tell that something was wrong with him. So I'm like, "What's up, man? You need some money?" And he like, "Nah," right? And I say, "Listen, man, I'm gonna send you some money. How much you need?" He like, 100. I say, "I'm gonna send you 200. He said, "Well, I'm gonna put that on my small." I said, "Well, damn, if you put that on the small, I ain't gonna have nothing to get you a beer or two." I said, "Well, fuck it, I'm sending you 300, right?" And so I sent him $300, not to throw that out there, but this is what we do for one another. So no, you don't have the right to feel like that, right? That's right. What you feeling right now is change, right? And that's all you need to feel.
Pain. Pain. Bro, you're the only one who takes it away because you're black and you're calling this shit what it is. And I got something I want to say to Blaq. Are you there, Blaq?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay, Blaq, I want to say something. You want to leave something for your children, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Isn't that the goal of every American father?
Yeah.
You don't want to get in there and be a dad. You want to raise your kids. You don't want them to be like you. You want them to be a better person.
Exactly.
You want them to be a better person. Well, that's what every effing dad wants in this goddamn country, whether he's black or white.
Yeah.
Why don't they wake up and listen to this? And they start your own caucus, man. Get in there and start your own political party. Who gives a shit if you're in prison? Fucking go there. You know, start your own thing, the real deal or something. You know, I mean, Black Lives Matter and you guys, whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
well, I know
because I'm already black. I don't need to say that matters. You feel me? That shit is like some Sean John shit. You feel me? The bottom line is this: when you look at my skin color, that's what you see, right? Period. Right? Period. But that don't define me as a human being. First, before I am, they said, listen, let me just say this. They said, "Carl, who are you?" I said, "Well, I'm my mama's son." They said, "Nah." I said, "Well, I'm Carl." They say, "No." "Well, I'm my wife's husband." "No." He said, "You a being."
That's it.
A being.
That's it.
Right? That means that I'm a being before all those other shits.
Before I come here.
Right? I am a fucking human being, man.
That's it. And that's what Satan counts on us, taking all these different colors and different segments and whatever and calling ourselves all that. But right now, we walking into the revelation time right now. Okay? And so we need to start understanding. We got to equalize ourselves out by understanding that we all beings. First.
We all beings.
First.
But look, before we keep on going to the show, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we can keep on talking forever. Y'all can see, right? we're gonna end this show. Like I say, I gotta bring these brothers back on the show, and I'm trying to get these dudes their own show. You know what I'm saying? This brother deserves his own show, and they deserve their own show on this channel right here.
Hey, thank you for the super chats.
Yeah, thank
you for the super chat. Love you.
Thank you for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? My boy just came on here. Y'all done donated him some money. He over here smiling and cheesing and shit. Y'all done made him happy. He done got his first donation. He like a virgin. Y'all done gave him his first piece of pussy. So whoever give a shout out. Who gave you the first piece of pussy? You know what I'm saying? We finna give a shout out to whoever gave him some pussy. Ballers Club, good looking out on Ballers Club, who gave him first shot of pussy.
Shout outs, man.
And who else?
Yeah, for real. This shit get real.
Deanna, good looking out Deanna for giving his second shot of pussy.
Somebody named You Ain't White Enough.
You ain't white enough. You ain't white enough.
I wonder why he broke that bottle out.
You ain't white enough for his third shot of pussy.
Hey, Rosebud, I kept wondering why the motherfucker broke the bottle out.
You ain't white enough. You ain't white enough, nigga.
Hold up again. I thought we was getting something.
Ain't that a bitch?
Just like a producer.
Right on, brother. We
Thank
appreciate
you
for just having us out. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
And who else? Anybody else donate some money?
Hey, you can loan me a few
Ballers Club.
Ballers Club. I'm in the house. Just send me a few dollars. Me and Gordon.
Ballers Club, good looking out, Ballers Club. That's going towards end. That goes toward the producer. I don't want none of that money. That go any money that's given on this show goes to the show and better in the show. It don't go to me. It goes to the show. I don't want to see a dollar of this shit.
That's right.
Also, go out and subscribe to Carl Briggs 73 Live. That's Gordon and I's show. We have a segment called Dr. Street with him, and then Carl Briggs 73 Live. He gives it to the youngsters real and uncut. Right, to Ebonic speakers.
Fuck all that. They getting the show on this channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get their own show on this channel. And he going to get his own show on this channel. Fuck all that old announcing shit and all that shit. They getting their own show.
Hey, this A1 the producer. Hey, I appreciate y'all. This nigga go over talk me the whole time, but I don't give a shit. Because we talk all the time. We argue before every motherfucking show, but I don't give a shit. But hey, man, I appreciate this nigga. We got a lot of shit coming up that y'all don't know about. We appreciate y'all.
Right
support my people. These my people. Support my people. When they get their own motherfucking show, I better see y'all in the motherfucking chat. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all better watch out with me and Gordon. I told y'all. Didn't I tell you? You see these motherfucking glasses? Remember these glasses. Remember these motherfucking glasses, man.
Huh? This is my partner right here. You know
up the brand.
We're about to get out here. We've been on this
Black
motherfucker too long.
Man, you better up your motherfucking brand.
You better check your game up, nigga. Huh? You feel me? Yeah. But we're about to end this, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be back next week, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure out when these dudes gonna get their own show, and I'm gonna let you know. I know y'all love my boy D Harp, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all love
D Harp in the house.
Thank you, brother.
I love your boy Ice and Carl and all those shit. You know
that's Dr. Street. Right. Gordon, that's Dr. Street. Boy, he gonna tell your ass up. He ain't gonna play with you.
Dr. Street. You know what I'm saying? He got his he be spitting some shit. I be watching their channel. You know what I'm saying? He be spitting some shit about the daughters. Y'all had some cool shit about the WAP and the wet ass pussy. That shit was deep. You know what I'm saying? Especially with you when you was talking about your daughter. That shit was deep, and I really respect that. You know what I'm saying? So we about to be up out of here, and I don't know what the fuck he about to do, but he about to end this motherfucking show, and we'll be out. Next week we be back. We're gonna find out when these niggas
later.
Get the show.
Bye.
Huh?
Andy J, one more super chat.
One more super
Eddie
chat.
J, shout out.
Eddie J, shout out Eddie J.
Shout out to Eddie J on motherfucking super chat. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Donating this money. Good looking out, my man.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you gotta say good looking out, my Maca, because he 9 times out of 10 he from Maca. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out,
comments.
my Maca.
Oh yeah, all the positive comments.
Just one more $5 super chat.
Hey,
Free Lick Blue. Come on, what kind of freaky ass name is that? Free Lick Blue.
Hey, listen.
What the fuck?
If you sit right here and listen to this whole, if you sit right here and listen to this whole podcast and you have something negative to say, you a loser.
You a loser. Free Lick Blue. Hey, Free Lick Blue.
Hey,
Free Lick Monkey.
No, you still in the Matrix. No, you still in the Matrix. Morpheus ain't got. You still in the Matrix. Morpheus ain't got to your ass yet and found your body.
They had enough time to listen to us talk about something they don't agree with.
Yeah,
that's a loser. That's a loser.
Yeah.
Free Lick Blue. I'm glad your name ain't Free Lick
Monkey. And I ain't worried about you talking shit, because we got a comedian, an Arsenal over here, tear your ass up.
Free Lick
I
Blue.
wish you would.
I'm glad your name ain't Free Lick Monkey, because you be eating my baby mama out.
He did 2 super chats.
Free Lick. Again. 2 super chats. Free Lick. 2 super chats. 2 times.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible.
Oh wow! Hey, Ice Rivera, we see you, bro.
Niggas giving money out now. Jay Terrible.
Jay Terrible, I see you, bro.
Jay Terrible.
I see you, Jay Terrible. And Ice Rivera, I see y'all, bro. I see
giving out that money. I told you, Trump supporters ain't broke, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Trump supporters not broke.
Hey, Trump, let me say this real quick.
Look.
Listen, I'm home. I was supposed to come home in 2021. Motherfucker, I've been home since 2019 because and I'm off parole. And I'm on. I kiss my motherfucker.
Angie J.
Kiss Trump ass.
I want to thank Trump supporters for the new car they bought me.
Kiss Trump motherfucking ass. Trump got me home 3 years early. You kiss my motherfucking ass.
Trump supporters bought me a Lexus. I want to thank the Trump supporters for buying me a Lexus. Good looking out.
I don't even know why they Trump supporters.
Pre-League Blue, you got the ladies. Hey, I'm tripping.
I'm about to be out this bitch.
I'm tripping.
They don't even know why they hate Trump.
Pre-League Blue, you got the ladies with that name.
Pre-League Blue, pussy eater. You motherfucking pussy eater. Pre-League Blue. Pre-League Blue done another.
Oh shit.
Oh, Pre-League Blue up in this bitch.
Hey, we love you, bro.
What the fuck is his name again?
That nigga's a head dog.
Pre-League Blue eating the pussy.
Hey,
Pre-League Blue got some head dog in him.
That sound like a motherfucker on Dayline.
No, he got
what the fuck?
He on that head dog. He has not bullshit.
Bullshit. You know why your wife don't like that.
Pre-League Blue. Let us in the goddamn show. Pre-League Blue keep on adding money.
Can we let you up in the house?
Hey, Pre-League Blue, if you got a wife, I know she don't like that name.
Hell no.
She don't
like that name. Because my wife, she looking like.
Long as you don't Pre-League red, nigga.
Watching all this shit. I probably gonna hear this shit when I get home.
Long as you don't Pre-League red, nigga, we all good.
Hey, look, we love you too, Blue. He sent us a message. We love you too.
Look at all my nigga, Blue.
We just clowning this shit.
We having all the fun.
Good looking out, Blue. We out of this bitch.
I'm gonna drink this for y'all super chatters.
For Blue. Cheers to Blue. My
cheers
nigga.
to you,
I only got ice, but cheers to you, Blue. Cheers to you, Blue.
We out of this bitch. Google it.
So Camilla Harris is black dumbass question.
The hottest economy. Our country is in serious trouble.
It is. If you vote for Joe Biden, we're gonna be in some serious fucking trouble. Google it.
So Camilla Harris is black dumbass question.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead now.
Kitten Pod SBB. I don't know how to say these names. They crazy. Good looking out though. We appreciate that. We appreciate that, Kitten. We're just gonna say Kitten. Carl Briggs Live. Check us out on Carl Briggs Live. And check me out on on Instagram at sacredelements.com.
Carl Briggs 73 Live. So that's
Carl,
CARL
73 Live, yeah.
BRIGGS 73 Live.
Right.
We out of here, baby.
Google it.
So Camilla Harris is black dumbass question.
The hottest economy. Our country is in serious trouble.
It is. If you vote for Joe Biden, we're gonna be in some serious fucking trouble.
We will